Sal. We're going to talk about Sal. We're down. But you see, we also have to build up to the pierce the resistance. But we're going to talk about Sal. Guys, it's useless. So what do we do every Wednesday? It's the hangout. So we bring all one common so we can have, because there's so much stuff to discuss. So guys,
I missed the CCL, man.
Ariam, can you mute your bloody mic man, before I throw you down in the ocean? Shut do your mic. So, before I was really interrupted by that, but that's a dude. Lewandowski, the Oos, 5-1, goal scoring, thefts against Chelsea. We're going to talk about that. Kivicha, we're going to talk about Georgia. Put some respect on Georgia's name. Richarlison, let's have a talk about that. Leroy Sane, talk about that. Why is Griezmann's hair green? We'll talk about that as well. But guys,
why do you also do blackface?
Suleiman, can we thank you? The main topic is about a guy called Sal and Liverpool getting touched and potentially Klopp being replaced by Tuchel as the next Liverpool manager. So there's all this beautiful stuff for you to hang about work. But the main thing is I want a real Salah discussion. So guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new. Please feel free to send in a super chats. Those donations help this channel to grow and helps giving this channel that's amazing, superb, incredible support. And I truly appreciate that from you guys up on that piece. As long as you don't silence FC or the Oos, feel free to send in those super chats, man. Guys, how is everyone doing? Is everyone good?
Oh yeah, man, Liverpool's packed, bro.
I'm hyped up for the Europa League tomorrow.
Hey, Europa League, man. Look, man, it's also, but see, don't worry, Mike. We're going to build up to the pain. You see, it's not good to have the pain initially. You always have to build up to the pain. It's very important that we build up to that pain.
I'm looking forward to Real Betis tomorrow. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, look, man. Let's deal with it. Ricardo,
what's up, man? How are you doing?
Victoria's Secrets.
Yep. I told you if we concede yesterday, do not take us serious. So despite Robert's hat trick today,
Ricardo,
and Ousmane Dembele playing like Ronaldinho, and Pedri showing shades of Iniesta, don't take us serious. I'm just saying.
So all because you considered one goal against Victoria's Secret, you say that Barca can be taken seriously. Rather than Javi being a rookie.
No, I'm just being true to my word. Do not take us serious. If Victoria Plizzi can put one behind us, what can Bayern do? What can Inter do?
No, that's why I can't see. My things Barca look amazing, and I want to have a real Lewandowski discussion because he has shut down a lot of critics. A lot of people said you're a one-team guy. You could only operate in Bayern Munich. You rely on Bayern Munich and so forth. You can't do it outside of.
That's cap because he was doing it at Dortmund as well. So it doesn't really work.
No, but he was at Bayern for such a long time. They said, well, you've been here for such a long time, and at your age, specifically the age thing, based off your age, you can't really come in and now say what's up. But look, he said what's up. But my thing is this: that Ricardo, the only thing holding these guys back is your boy. But before we get to Bas and Javi, the Oos. Ricardo, can I have my apology? Streets, can I have my apology?
Wait, no, why do I have to apologize to you? I don't understand.
Z-Man. I think
Z-Man. Where's Z-Man at? Where's Z-Man?
No, yeah, Z-Man, but again, no, but I have been preaching about this guy for years. Years, and I was vilified and abused for it. Ricardo, give me my apology. Just give me my flowers.
For what? I'm on.
Ricardo, just say I was right. It's 3 words. But I never just say I was right.
I was not the contrarian to what you were saying. I always agreed that Dembele was probably more talented than Mbappe. It's just that the guy, one, can't stay fit. He's not consistent. He had to get married. So it is what it is. Like he's playing a lot better, man. Like ever since he's got married, I don't know what the hell is gone with that guy, but I hope he keeps it up. Hopefully he can replicate it. Yeah, probably, man. I mean, if he plays like this, but then he goes into the Allianz Arena, doesn't produce half the performance, then this was all for nothing. So
that's the thing. So how much can we really take from Victoria Pilsen?
5-1
the performance. How much can we really take from it? Because it's like, now let's be real. It's like, let's just talk real here. These guys are here to get sliked. They had to get sliked
for sure.
Because I saw what Bayern did to Inter. When we get to Bayern, these guys are going to finish with 0 points, maybe 1 point off of Inter. So how much can we take from it?
They beat Inter.
Well, not much, because one, let's be honest, you can't really say how good Barca is based off a team that's from the Czech Republic. 2, Barcelona, as much as we destroyed them, like a lot of starting players didn't play. Busquets didn't play. I hate to say this, but Eric Garcia is actually a starter, which I do not agree with. Araujo didn't play. Jordi Alba, we can see why he's not a starter anymore. So they kind of almost played a second string defense, which I'm not surprised why we conceded, especially that goal we conceded. Jordi Alba, man, that guy's ridiculous. Frenkie de Jong played. He's not even necessarily a starter. Kessie played, not a starter as well. And, as good as, Fati got some minutes, typically Xavi has started Ousmane, Dembele, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. And Rafinha didn't even play either. So we actually didn't play everybody, but obviously you can tell by the difference in quality, even with subs, the scoreline was 5-1. So you can't really make a good judgment based on what happened tonight.
So, I mean, Mike, you look at Barca winning 5-1. What can you say? I mean, apart from Lewandowski, bro, the goals are real for your boy Lewandowski, man. Your goals are real,
I was surprised.
Unlike what someone said. I was the only guy that believed in him. Yeah.
Yeah, you were the only guy. Yeah, you were the one who was saying Bundesliga tax.
Yes.
And then for that other guy at Man City for Holland, you said Bundesliga tax. And these two guys are scoring like machines right now. Look, it's Victoria Pleasant. Shout out to their goalkeeper Stanek. I mean, he's the only quality player that they have, but it's Victoria Pleasant, man. It's like, I've seen these guys play. They're not that good. They're defensively terrible. They don't have any attackers. So Barca shouldn't read anything into this game, but defensively they must be better, because that Bayern team, my God, that ball movement they had today was insane. And if it's Leroy Sane, Sadio Mane, Kingsley Coman, and Thomas Muller coming at Eric Garcia, Rujo, and Kunde, and whoever plays left back, whether it's Balde or Jordi Alba, they're going to have a tough time to deal with it. So
this is no. That's what I say. Like, see, let's be real. It's all about. I can't wait because it happens quickly. It's all about Tuesday. Tuesday is the perfect thing of like, let's see what they're made of, because it's against Bayern and it's at the Allianz Arena. So that is the perfect barometer as to how seriously can we take Barca for this? Because you can't judge anything from Victoria Pilsen. We know how good the Oos is. We know how good the ski is. Both guys that have come to.
What about the Ra?
Yeah, what? Juve fan, what do you think about Barca saying what's up to Pilsen?
Okay, Dembele playing like Ronaldinho, chill there. Take maybe a paracetamol. Okay, relax. It's Victoria. That game doesn't matter. That's just a free 3 points. That the score, there's nothing there. Let's just put it like that. Let's just move on.
Well, yeah, no, but
that's just Barcelona getting 3 points. That just.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Dembele is not. Dembele is not Ronaldinho. Okay, that's just.
Look,
I don't know how you got that.
Oh, wait.
Can you pull up my picture, HH?
It's for a joke.
Pull.
Ricardo, don't you dare. We're doing it as a joke. Of course, it's not real. See,
pull it up, man. Pull it up.
That is
That's
disgusting.
actually
Yes, yeah.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
Yes, it's a Barca. Talk to me, Barca, man.
Wait, why is there 2 Yasser Saids, by the way?
What tweet? What are you talking about? What's it talking
Yes, you're just talking to the mic. Yes, you're talking to the damn mic.
Barca. I mean, Xavi, he's that dude, man. I mean, Abdul kept saying
Wait,
Xavi.
hold on. What do you mean by that dude? As in he's going to win the UCL?
No, he's not going to win the UCL. But look at the football we're playing. You see how he poached.
Wait,
Who's we?
Wait,
First of all, you're not even supposed to be here.
Just here, tomorrow's Hangout is
Listen,
Europe,
Who
don't
is
worry.
we? And also, who
Listen.
gave tickets to this, bro?
Listen, this is the Champions League. I belong to the Champions League. So today I'm Napoli. Today I'm Tottenham. What's it? Who's the other? Atletico Madrid. Yes, Griezmann scored today, 11th minute. But I'm the Champions League today. I am the Champions League today. I am Dynamo Zagreb. I'm everybody, bro, today. So no. But actually, they got weapons though. Like these guys, like people. I feel like people are underestimating. They're underestimating Barcelona, bro.
Yes, who's the manager? Like all of the players they have a he's
a potential horseman, though.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Xavi Hernandez, probably arguably the greatest central midfielder of all time.
Yes, we're talking about him as a manager. Forget about what he does play. Him as a manager.
HH, what if Xavi wins the Champions League before Pep?
What? Oh. Ricardo, that's not happening. Ricardo, you and I know that's not happening. Let's be real.
It's not happening.
Come on, it's not happening. Like yes, like
easy.
We know how good we are. We know how good the ski is. The Ra.
If Di Matteo and Thomas Tuchel could win the Champions League, anything's possible. Okay.
Wait, why did you throw Tuchel up in that piece? So we're not throwing shade on Tommy T. Look, yes, what are we saying about Barca?
No, Barca. But it's like I was trying to watch the Inter Milan Bayern game, but then I got distracted by another game. But I think they're better than Bayern in my general opinion. I generally believe on Tuesday. I think on Tuesday people will be surprised how good Barcelona. I say right now, I'm an early prediction right now, 3-0. I think Bayern are going to get slooped.
Hold on. Yes, 3-0 at the Allianz.
Someone clipped it.
Yes.
Someone clipped it.
Yes.
Smoking him.
I clip
Bayern
it now.
Munich are definitely scoring goals.
No, Bayern Munich are not. Bayern Munich is
not.
I tell you guys, Bayern Munich is not as clinical, and Barcelona are way clinical, bro. I'm telling you, Lewandowski is a massive miss.
Yes, you're the definition for reactionary merchants.
You
are doing this based off of Victoria's Secrets.
Listen,
Victoria's Secrets isn't Bayern Munich. So I don't know what you're on.
I said what I said, HH. So clip it, guys. If it happens, I want my dues, okay? I want my dues.
Okay. So who else wants to pop in on this whole Barca thing before we get to the main course? Suleiman.
No, I don't understand like why like we're saying Barca are now going to beat Bayern. Like with all due respect, I think Barcelona's attack was great. It was good to watch against Victoria, but they're from the Czech Republic, bro. I mean, but to be fair to Barca,
wait, Suleiman, no, don't. What's wrong with the Czech Republic? It's a beautiful city. What's wrong with the Czech Republic?
I agree.
Country,
but,
not
like,
city.
Prague is
not a city, it's a country.
Yeah, and to be fair to Barca, they didn't beat. They had another Czech team in their group last time. Was it like Slavia Prague? They didn't beat them, so I mean, it's good. It's good to see them win, but I'm still gonna go with Bayern topping this group. Honestly, I don't see Barca beating them away from home. So, I mean, I think they're gonna be like one of the most exciting teams to watch just because of like Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Dembele, but. I mean, they're gonna lose at the Allianz, man.
But what if they win? And what if they beat them by now? I see. For me,
Barca can win.
I can't call that game. You see, I honestly cannot call that game. I cannot call that game, man, because that game anything can happen, man. But look, man, I'll say it again. I am pissed off. Because Ricardo, you still have players. Barry, you still have players. Suleiman, you still have players, bro.
Lugo didn't say anything, bro.
That should have been Chelsea's attack. That should have been Chelsea's attack.
So, I told you weeks ago, Chelsea ain't got that sauce, bro. You wasn't gonna get the ooze, you wasn't gonna get the ski, you wasn't gonna get the Ra, you wasn't gonna get nobody, bro.
What does Barca have that Chelsea don't have?
We have that pool. Yeah. You don't got that sauce. I told you.
You got a city. You got women. You got the sunshine.
Barcelona has a manager. Do Chelsea have a
Women's
manager?
team.
Do
Yeah,
Chelsea have a
well,
manager, bro?
Harry
You have-
Potter's, but it's
you
was
have,
Harry
Yo,
Potter's
bro,
got
can I
time
change?
to think.
Don't forget, you have less races too.
Well, okay, Rico, let's not put this. So look, let's say that shout out to Lewandowski, shout out to the Us. They look great, but again, we can't say anything until they say because they've built it. But I'll say this one thing though. Could Lewandowski break the record? Could he go crazy?
No, he's
No,
too old,
no,
bro.
He's not breaking it.
You talking about,
so
like,
am I.
Cristiano
That's
record?
very rude.
No,
Yeah,
are you
this
talking about the
season
Cristiano record?
Nah, 17 is too much, man.
for a single season.
No.
How
Nah,
much
nah,
is he
nah.
on right now? Is it
Wait, it's
90
17
or-
goals?
No, basically 17 is
Yeah,
the record for a
17.
single season. Which is, wait, listen, did you know the issue is that's Bomber? Was it freaking Malmo that he scored 5-5 against?
But
that's-
see,
Yeah.
That's the problem.
this is there's gonna be a day where you have to come on camera and give Cristiano Ronaldo the respect that he deserves.
I know.
The
For
way
for
you
scoring
have to,
0 goals in World Cup knockouts. I know, for scoring 0 goals in World Cup
this
knockouts.
guy is just different. This
I
is
know.
the reason. This is the reason why he's
Yeah.
on
I
the
say
coach
he's
today.
different.
This
It
year-
takes quality to score 0
We're
goals
ta-
in 5 different World Cup things. I know.
And he's about
We're-
to Ricardo. He's about to break the goal scoring record in the Europa League too. He's about to do it,
We're
bro.
here to talk about Champions League, not Europa League.
Yes.
Yeah, what is Yassi doing here, man? It's Champions League, man. What the hell?
Xavi Ball.
I have no idea what the hell Yas is doing here. man.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like, bro, nah.
Yo, listen, Pedri, Gavi, next to Iniesta.
shout out to your boy Mo, who says, "Let's all laugh at Chelsea and Liverpool."
Yeah, we have to get to Liverpool.
Guys, Mo is an Arsenal fan. Let's keep in mind, Mo is an Arsenal fan.
No, let him
Keep in
cook.
mind, he's an Arsenal
Let
fan.
him.
Nah, but you should have sent that public link to yesterday, man.
Nah.
Yeah, why
You
did
love the
send
streets of a
yourself, man?
class.
You coward, man.
Wait, there are issues. They're scared to apologize to the US. #Zima. Guys, the US has always been better than Mbappe in terms of
100%.
natural football ability.
It's
Mbappe
Mbappe,
always is more
100%.
effective. Natural football ability, the US was always the better player. Always. It's just that
10
he needed
times.
to get married. Seriously. So he just needed to get married.
Who did he get married to exactly?
Hey,
We don't know. Okay,
got lucky.
the US versus Upamecano and the Lips. I'm laughing.
Yeah, HH is like you don't understand, guys. Like Bayern are gonna
they
get
don't
destroyed,
Bayern
man.
3-0.
It might,
Oh,
it might be
Bro,
a very
bro, yes, come on, bro. I mean, you're talking like as if Barcelona need to worry about Victoria, whatever secrets in defense. They don't need to defend that much, bro. But Bayern, they have to worry about them in
There
defense.
we
So
go.
it's not like
There we
they
go.
are
So it's a whole
that
different
much.
game, man. Patrick,
Yeah.
Hazard will help Madrid win the 15th UCL.
Facto.
These are facts.
This is Hazard season.
I will. I plead the fifth. I plead the
His
fifth.
aura is
Far
too
as the
good,
seat.
man.
HH, let's trade.
I said it, HH.
Guys,
People,
guys, let's. Mike, is your mic working?
Bro.
Mike, is your mic working?
That guy sent him back to Georgia.
Mike, is your mic working?
I don't know who Mike is.
Mike,
His name is
Can-
Miguel.
wait. Can we just have a conversation? How much is Salah?
That guy looks like Peter Griffin.
So how much is Salah on? How much is it?
375,000
How much
a
is
week.
Salah on? Excuse me.
375,000 a week.
375 big ones a week. That is what our main man is on, man.
That was 400.
Well, apparently it's 375. You see, Mike. You see, this is going to be like this. We have to talk deep about Salah because I have been bullied by people saying Salah is this, he's the best. People were even trying to compare him to this dude. How dare you put him in the same category as Sam? Do you know who Sam is? Mike, do you know who Sam is? The man from Cameroon. How bad are things with Liverpool right now? And do you think, and I'm going to ask the real question right now because this is a double barrel shotgun. So the first barrel is how much do you blame Salah for how he's been flopping? The second barrel is Klopp's job under review?
Can I talk about the game in a whole?
Go for it. It was bad. Mike,
right, first-
you got pulverized.
Oh, we should have lost 6-1. That's
Yes.
how bad we were. We should have been 5-0 down by halftime. Napoli tore us apart. I don't want to plug my channel here, but I just want to say I talked about this guy, Kivica Kvaratskhelia. I knew about
say
this
his
guy.
name again.
Kivica Kvaratskhelia. I knew about this guy from
Kvaratskhelia.
Ruben Kazan. I said, who the heck is this Georgian?
Maradona,
Yeah, Kvaradona.
Georgian Messi.
I saw this guy at Ruben Kazan, and I'm like, okay, this guy's a dribbler. He just needs to be clinical with his final decision making. Because I saw him tore apart Spain in a World Cup qualifiers, and I'm like, okay, this guy's going to be a serious player. Couldn't believe he went to Napoli for 10 million.
That's crazy.
He tore Gomez and Trent absolutely apart, just like he did to every other Serie A team so far this season. This guy is an absolute baller, and I'm glad now, HH, you saw him, because you're probably not going to watch Napoli a whole lot or Georgian football that much, but this guy is a serious player. He really is. Liverpool, yeah, we're in the deep mud. We're in the quicksand. We're a sinking ship, and we need to we need to find something out, because there is so many problems. Salah, I tried to tell this to Liverpool fans. Once you get paid that sort of money, it's like at the NBA, right? Once a guy gets a max contract, you expect him to play at that max contract. When you don't, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, they will ridicule. And we should do the same for Salah. I wouldn't say it's 100% his fault, but my God, his plays, I mean, it's garbage. It's like I'm watching Stuart Downing 2.0 at the moment.
No, but you know what made it so bad is what Diaz was doing. See, if everybody's bad, it's like, okay, fine. But when you just look at what Diaz was doing and how he was really just trying to use every ounce of energy to try to create something, and the comparison says, Sal, you have no excuse. Because if Diaz can do that, you have no excuse to perform like that.
And look, Diaz looks hungry because he's never won a Premier League. He's never won a Champions League. He's hungry as a player to elevate his career. I love Diaz. I knew about Diaz from Porto. Like, this guy, man, this is a baller. Salah, God. See, the problem with Salah is he's playing way too out wide. Where Salah is best at, he's just a goal scorer. He's a poacher. That's what Salah's great at. Is he a creator? People on the Twitter have been showing me, most creative chances in the Premier League. I could care less. Because I don't remember any time in the Premier League so far this season where Salah has created a dangerous opportunity for one of his teammates. Maybe Nunes, but we know Nunes, the guy. Oh boy, Darwin Nunes. So I'm not going to blame it all on Salah. I would say about 70% for Salah and 30% on the tactics. Klopp was actually asked about if he's going to be sacked and if he's worried about it. He said, I have a good relationship with the owners. I'm not fearful of my job. And he said, I have a lot of problems at the moment. So I think Klopp is feeling it, the heat, and he should be. HH, it's 2022, and we're still starting James Milner in a Champions League game. What am I watching? What insanity is
that
this?
Is wild. I mean, for Milner to still be in the thing, man, that is wild, man.
I simply don't understand with Klopp right now. It's just, you see the stubbornness this guy has. And I've been trying to tell people, ever since that AFCON loss, Salah, I don't know if it's mentally he's broken or what, this guy just doesn't look engaged with football at all.
So was it the AFCON final loss, or was it the UCL final after he said that?
No, I think
he wants Real Madrid. And
it was the AFCON loss. Ever since that AFCON loss, his performances have not been the Salah that I know.
Mike, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
can I ask a question? So, if you have a player like Salah, where as talented as he is, his main what makes him so special is the volumes of goals he scores. Like, he's an extreme high volume goal scorer.
And he also had a lot of assists last season as well. Like, goals and assists were all popping off last year.
But he comes off the right. Much like, if I remember carefully, when especially when Ronaldo, he used to love coming off the left for Real Madrid. You had a guy named Karim Benzema that used to sacrifice his game, his goal-scoring game, to create opportunities for who? Cristiano Ronaldo. So why would Klopp sign Darwin Nunes, which is a traditional number 9, which makes Salah more of a creative wide player, that's not what makes him special.
No, but Mike, there's another issue though. Firmino. Because look at that game, and Firmino was non-existent. Now we was shot like Napoli and how well they shut him down, but Liverpool, how that attack functions is a lot about how Firmino comes in deep and sprays the ball and provides for the two wide men. He was a non-entity in this game, and the issue he had was Diaz was just dribbling by himself. Yep. Firmino was a non-entity, and Salah, like, I don't know what's happening, bro. I don't know what's happening, because it's still early days, but bro, we're now despite the goals he scored, we're now 6 games deep, and the guy just looks off the pace. I mean, is it a case where he'll get better, he'll improve, or are you like, oh no, you're really worried right now? So like, no, something is wrong. Specifically, if we chat it from the AFCON final, because since the AFCON final, he's not been the same. So could this be like a serious decline, or let's give him credit, he'll come good?
I don't really know because, like I said, he hasn't been the same since January. That is a worrying sign when you haven't changed your game at all. It just seems like he's just not engaged with matches anymore. That's the main thing with Salah. I just don't think he's mentally prepared for matches, and that's the biggest qualm I have. And look, I don't know if he's going to turn it around. I mean, Salah's not the only problem with Liverpool. Do you see the amount of gaps between the midfield and the defense? The defense is all over the place.
Like that defense looks completely.
I mean, Gomez is an okay player, but he cannot be starting for Liverpool. He just can't. And Trent, Liverpool fans, they love Trent because he is from Liverpool. He's a Scouser. He comes through the academy. We never produce any academy talents. They always they're going to defend him. They're going to defend him. Mm-hmm. I've always said that this guy cannot defend. He's okay. He's decent in one-on-one opportunities. Reading of the game is terrible. He just doesn't seem engaged with defense. And yet again today, he's jogging, not engaged, picking up Anguissa. It took one midfielder for Napoli to destroy 3 guys from Liverpool. And I feel bad for like Fabinho and Diaz because these guys are working hard, but they're around a bunch of bricks at the moment. They seriously are. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to Hoiko tomorrow in the Europa League because this football that I'm watching from Liverpool, it's not.
But one last before I come to Ricardo is like, is there a danger that Liverpool don't make it through this group, or do you think next Tuesday Ajax, Anfield will be back popping off? Even though Ajax do look pretty.
Did you see them today?
Yes, they look.
Did you see
good.
Kudus?
Kudus.
That's another guy I've been shouting out for a long time. Kudus. This guy doesn't get a fair shout out at Ajax. He's just been on the bench, but my God, he was looking good. If we play against that midfield with the same midfield we have today, we're going to get ripped apart. And Bergwijn, who didn't even have a good game today, he will tear apart Trent. And it will be the same exact thing. Klopp is so stubborn. We keep playing this defensive high line. Clearly, teams are exposing that so much at the moment. Every game. Ball over the top, play into the corner where Trent is, take him one-on-one, cut back, it's an easy goal. It's just so simple now to score against Liverpool. It doesn't take any real brilliance. Of course, like the link-up play has to be good, but it's so easy to bypass this defense.
So
scary.
Let me one last thing, and then come to Ricardo. And this is the real one right now. Has Klopp reached a brick wall? Because we've never seen Klopp rebuild a team. Because see,
7th year syndrome.
So because my thing is that to be a long-term manager, you have to know how to rebuild. You have to. If you don't know, then you will fail. Because if you're there for the long term, you have to know how to. Because a current team reaches a point in which they cannot perform at a high level anymore, and you now need to find replacements and suitable replacements. Klopp has never done that before. Once Dortmund hit a brick wall, he moved. So, is it a scenario where like Liverpool now have a hard decision to make? Because if this guy is incapable of rebuilding a team, what do you do?
Klopp said after the game that we need to reinvent ourselves. What did we do during preseason then? What did we do in the first 6 games? Klopp is so stubborn. He thought, oh, you know what? Same thing as the last 6 years in Liverpool. We'll try and press. We'll figure it out with the fullbacks. That's going to be our main attack. We can play this defensive high line. Oh, nobody's read us now for the last couple of months. We'll do it again. No, we'll be fine. We can challenge. We can be top 4. No. You need to adapt. You have some new signings. You have Darwin Núñez, who, look, I never wanted Darwin Núñez. I couldn't believe we signed him, but this guy looks terrible, and I knew he's terrible. The problem with Núñez is you need to provide service for him. He's kind of a traditional number 9. He has no technicality. He has nothing. He's just a finisher. That's it. And when nobody else can create, that is a big worry. The biggest worry is the 2 fullbacks for Liverpool have been the key point in our success. At the moment, they are our 2 worst players alongside our midfield. If the 2 fullbacks are playing bad, the whole Liverpool system is screwed.
So Ricardo, how good are this Napoli team, and how highly do you rate this Kvicha kid? Because I like this kid. Man.
Yeah, I've heard hype about him actually. Other than Michael's pretty much vouching for him.
Fabrizio talked about him.
Yeah, he looked really good. I mean, he was definitely dancing on Trent and Gomez. That's for sure. I've always said that Trent is overrated as hell. Like, he shouldn't even be a fullback. He should be a midfielder. I have no idea why the hell he's a right back, but whatever. Look, I'm surprised. I said yesterday that Liverpool, I thought they would turn around and win 3-1, but I definitely did not have 2 penalties and this massively underperforming. This is definitely a lot bigger than I guess maybe we perceived it, because you would think a team like Liverpool would turn it up for the Champions League, especially when that anthem goes off, but clearly not. With Napoli, it's a big win. This is a massive win. This is pretty much a terrible loss for Liverpool, really, because it's not only going to affect their points, but whether or not they can even contend. If they can't win at home, like, I mean win, I'm not saying a tie, like every game at home has to be a win.
Yeah.
Then I don't think they'll finish top of the group. Can they scrape by second? Probably, but they need to. I think that judgment is far more clear in the second game. But this Liverpool team, Salah, bro, I'm starting to lose faith in this guy. Like, and I hate it because I
you
do
losing
like
faith in Sal. You losing faith in Sal, bro?
Unfortunately, because I mean, I like who he is. I like the player he is. It's evident that Sadio Mane leaving has definitely left the gap in the offense. That's for sure. But as much as we want to say that, well, he has a bigger contract now, so he should be performing at the same level, or if not a higher level. But I think when you really think about it, it's like if you saw Salah massively underperforming since January, why would you give him that contract? That gives more leverage to the club to not give him that contract because he was underperforming.
No, I'm not Bobo Ricardo. Then what do you do? Because look at what he's done, how many goals he's scored, and even if he was underperforming, he still ended up with a high number of goals and assists.
You do not give a contract to a player based on what he has done. You give a contract to a player based on what he can do. That's what, and I've known that best because of what Bartomeu did at Barcelona. Look at Umtiti. When he gave him a new contract, Umtiti was a top 5 back in the world. But
okay, so because if you have a scenario where Mane leaves because he obviously wants to go, you don't give Salah a contract, so now Salah now becomes like a free agent, like in the next summer or so forth.
Well, they could have sold him. Like, in my opinion, I always say this, for this Liverpool team, Salah and Mane are a package deal. I'm sorry. You swap both of them, there isn't much difference with the Liverpool side. As much as I think the same way that Salah benefits off Mane, it's the same vice versa. These guys they're a package deal. They just are. So you can get Luis Diaz, you can get whoever the hell you want to get. You can get Darwin Núñez. They're not going to replicate what Mane did for you. And maybe in the future they will, but right now in the present day, they're not going to do that for you. And I thought you said something very interesting. You said that we've never seen Klopp rebuild a team. And you're right, we haven't seen him rebuild a team, but we've seen him build a team. So this is something he's never had to do in transition. So it's going to be, because he did build this Liverpool team. Let's give him credit.
He built it.
Now going through the cycle of letting these guys go and having the eyes to bring new players, it's going to be interesting to see how that happens. I think
because my thing is that's why you have to give credits to Fergie, because when
for sure.
Okay, and they called Dwight York, you've had it out. Vanessa, good, you've had it out. Rooney, good, you've had it out, and he just kept on. He knew when guys hit a brick wall and when he had to bring in a suitable replacement to now build a totally new team in a different image. So he had 3 or 4 very different teams. And that is a very particular skill, because what I see from Klopp is he's loyal to a fault.
But that's not easy, HS, though. That's a very difficult thing to do. Because a lot of the players that he kind of booted out was club favorites. This is the problem. We live in a PR period. In modern day, Salah is a PR guy. If they didn't give the contract to Salah, it would have been a riot. Liverpool Football Club, the fans will have burned. They will literally go to FSG's crib and they literally burn it down.
Yeah,
that's literally what they would have done.
They would, because reality is, if you lost Mane and Salah in one window, who's the star of this team? Who's the face of this team? We all know that if you lose both of them, there is no conversation about Liverpool and City competing for the title. It's right now. It's not even a conversation. Period.
No.
Yeah, that conversation is over. But it's not like, for example, Michael said that this is like 70% Salah's fault. I actually disagree. I would say it's more so like 25, because I'm looking at the midfield, man, like Milner, Fabinho, Elliott. Like, I've never rated Fabinho very highly. Like, I know he's a good player, but I don't rate him as highly as majority of people. I think Rodri, Casemiro, and Kimmich are better defensive midfielders.
100%.
And then, but like Milner, Elliott, I mean, he's a young player, so I can't give him too much.
I think my thing is that Elliott is doing fine, but you need a higher level of
for sure.
player
Like
at this level of
I
game,
mean,
bro.
Fabinho can work, but if his supporting players is Elliott and Milner, that's where the issue lies. Now I'm looking at defense. Robertson and Van Dijk, in my opinion, are massively underperforming, especially Van Dijk. Like I said, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that knee injury is a lot more severe than we actually think, and we expected him to kick on and still be the best.
Sorry, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly say about Van Dijk? I honestly think that he does not want to get injured before that World Cup.
100%.
Probably that could be a case.
I honestly
Bro,
think
Ricardo,
that
that knee injury was like 2 years ago.
No,
Yeah.
but a knee injury is terrible.
cares?
ACL, and especially
That-
ACL,
that
that's
can
the
still-
worst one.
If you get a serious injury, even if you recover, that can affect your
Yeah,
game.
no,
But
it can
think
affect
about it, because it would be Van Dijk's first ever international major competition.
Exactly. Not only, but knee injuries tend to affect severely players who are taller. Like, this is just common knowledge. And then as for Joe Gomez, like, bro, and like Alexander Arnold, I don't care how many people try to convince me this guy is actually a decent defender. He's not a decent defender.
No,
He
he's
should
not.
not be
He's
a
not.
defender. Like,
He's not.
other than whipping the ball in, like, what does he really bring? I'm sorry. Like, I'm tired of this guy being compared.
Because see, what I'll always, that's what I say. Don't talk to me about Trent's being an amazing right back. He's not. What Trent is, I think I'll give him that. Dead ball, set piece, crossing. He is very good. Technically,
He's literally a light skinned Chief Keef with Beckham skills. That's all he is, man.
You know, guys. Remember David Luiz?
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me bring in Juve fan. Talk to me, and then I'll come to Juve fan, and then I'll come to the rest of you
Wait,
guys.
can I quickly say something? Because I gotta head out.
Quickly,
I just want to quickly praise Napoli, because my God,
Yes.
they were fantastic today. Absolutely fantastic. And for a club that lost Koulibaly, Dries Mertens, Insigne, and Ospina, they still are fantastic side.
Who's that midfielder?
Anguissa, Zielinski,
The
or
guy,
Lobotka?
the Anguissa, the guy that scored the goal. What's his,
Quality.
that guy was quality today.
He used to be.
Oh, man.
He's an absolute baller in Guisa.
He's a baller, man.
Yeah.
Even though this is Napoli, they sell their players for big money, except for Osimhen, because they paid 70 million for him, and they just do great recruitment. Oh God. This is what Napoli do, man. They are just a fantastic recruitment, and Spalletti, gotta give credit to them. They've been scoring for fun so far. Defensively, they need to be much better. If they can, who knows? They could win the Scudetto. They really can, because
Calma.
I'm sorry.
Maradona tax,
No,
man.
because does
Maradona
Inter
tax.
look good? Does Juventus look good?
I mean,
Milan.
Milano.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, they
Napoli
can
will always
maybe
let you
contend.
down. Napoli
They can
always
maybe
let you
contend.
down.
But yeah,
They
I just got to
don't
praise
deserve
Napoli, because I thought they were fantastic.
All right. Okay. So let me come to what's it called. Juve fan. Talk to me. Liverpool and Napoli, man.
Right, what a game! Just amazing game. Before I start, because I want to talk about Liverpool, Napoli are winning the Serie A this season. Like when I said this first, people were laughing. It was a joke, but they haven't lost. 7th of September, they haven't lost a game yet. So I said,
But they will lose
now
again.
about
They will
Liverpool, like
lose. They're not going to unbeaten, but fine.
they won't lose the title. Now Liverpool, like the style of play that Jurgen Klopp plays, like just super high pressing, high lines, just closing people down. That requires a lot of dedication. Just very dedicated players. Like you have to go. Like doesn't matter what position you play, you need to press people down to close them down. And today they just didn't care. They didn't care to play. Like, after the second penalty, they just kind of gave up. And that in that kind of play, they're just like pressing the suicide button. That just because when you play that much of a high line, you're just gonna get torn apart. Like especially in the second goal, I believe yes, the one that guy scored, the central midfielder from Napoli.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they just didn't care. he just walked past through them. They just let him go. Like what you call that defending? Like from Liverpool, these guys were in the Champions League final.
No, okay, but
Like,
do you think they'll get better? Do you think they'll get better, or do you think no? This is a real problem.
Uh,
Liverpool have
I
just
think
reached
this.
a brick wall.
Yeah, the midfield. I've said it before. It must be replaced, but I think today it might have been some sort of morale issue. Like they might have been just demoralized by the 2 penalties. Like, it was just ridiculous with those 2. But is that on the midfield? I mean, they will finish first or second. They'll go past. This isn't like the end of the world, like everyone's saying. It's just they're hyping this too much. But the man, it's just that the midfield is a major issue, needs improvement, and that's about it. Come on.
Rob, talk to me, man. Napoli, Liverpool, how did you see it, man? Rob. Let me sky that drink. Talk to me and then I'll come to you. Yes, let me sky that drink. Napoli, Liverpool, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Liverpool got crushed that game. Napoli just ran all over them through midfield. I don't even know why Milner is starting in 2022. And as for Trent, that guy just a bum. Like, from the first time I seen him when he got skinned against Rashford, he done the chop. Trent is not the guy. I've been telling guys that Reece James is way better than Trent. Salah, he's just a fraud as well. Bro, the guy's touch is bouncy, and yeah, he stole a living. I'm not gonna lie. 375k per week just for that.
Kenny, sorry, Yassi, come to Kenny. Yassi, talk to me, man.
Is my mic working? Is my mic working? HH, I mean, my God, HH.
Yes, you don't need to be extra here. You don't need to
but HH, you know it's crazy though. I've heard something. Someone said something, and I've said this a long time. HH, the most important aspect of the game is something the fans overlook multiple times. People think it's your technical ability, the tactical understanding of the game, football IQ. Is right here, HH. The mentality of this game, the mental aspect of the game, HH.
I agree.
The problem is, it's like when things are not going well, and especially with Klopp. Like, I was listening to his interview today. HH, if Liverpool fans are not worried, they should be terrified. Because when the manager says, "Man, we have to change something. We have to go to a completely different direction." Like, HH, we're talking about your defense is not good. Your midfield is not good. Your attack is not good. Nothing about your team is adequate or average. It's below average, HH. Like, we're talking about they can't defend. Van Dijk looks like terrible.
I don't know what's wrong with Van Dijk, man.
HH,
the guy just looks lost. And he's important, because if Van Dijk ain't popping off, that's a big issue.
But HH, the most important aspect is, okay, with Liverpool, and Mike said it before, Liverpool's creativity comes solely from the wingbacks. I think at one point, the wingbacks were up there as the most, had the most assistant duo in the history of Premier League or something like that. They were on a ridiculous amount, because that was their creativity from. Then, okay, if Trent is not creating, Rob Wall's creativity went out of the window. I don't know what happened to this guy's creativity. This guy cannot cross the ball to save his life. And then Trent does not want to defend HH. If he doesn't, okay, people don't see the game in a way, like, people don't understand. Trent has always been a bad defender. It's that, like, his teammates used to cover for him massively. Yeah. The reason why Henderson was in the team week in, week out was he used to cover for him so much. So you take away the physicality and athleticism in midfield of the Henderson, you take that away. You take away as well as Gini Wijnaldum, which is a massive miss. Like, people don't understand how important Gini was. Like, there's a reason why Gini for Liverpool was different than Gini and the Dutch team, because the Gini in Liverpool was a workhorse. The guy would literally run everywhere. That was his job title. So you had the midfield that made sure the midfield, no one could come through it, but now everyone could come through that midfield. Then you had the wingback that used to create so much goals, and then you had, especially when they attacked from the right hand the left hand side, Trent's right. You had Henderson covering. Then if they beat Henderson, then you had either Kunate or Matip,
Yes,
etc.
yeah. How screwed are Liverpool? How screwed are
But it's terrible because like there's nothing they're not doing anything right, HH. And when you're not doing anything right, that it's like all about like it's a mental aspect of it. And for me, I generally also believe that they have a massive injury crisis at the wrong time. That has a big effect, HH, because
but so you say injury crisis, but the whole point of a transfer window is saving for a rainy day. For a rainy day. So you need a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, a freaking plan Z. So in the case of the worst case scenario, we have quality to come in case of injuries, in case of suspensions and so forth.
Can I hump on?
So 100%. And then that's what that's why I like watching Kopish and Dola like drifting them, because they tell the way it is. The Liverpool fans that were screaming and talking about long for them to do more. That is the reason for it. And I just feel like this team is so disjointed, HH. Nothing is going right for them. They can't create. They look so bang average. They can be beaten by any team. It's scary, HH. It's so scary.
Quickly, two things. First of all, Salah. How much blame should Salah take?
I mean, he is 50-50 for me. Because the thing is, like, I always say you can do better as an individual. But then
which is what Diaz did.
But this is what we all said, though. Everyone, when we all praise Mane, is because we knew that Mane was an individual player. Mane could get his own. Mane could get things ticking. But Salah has to have things around him to make it work for him. And that's always been the case. Salah was a player that you play to. You play for Salah. Sadio Mane, he could just play. So that for Salah, if everything around him is like, if the whole house is burned on fire, he would just die in the flames.
So, I'll come to you, Kenny. How good is this Kivicha kid, man, from Georgia for Napoli? How good is this kid?
I mean, oh my God.
I mean, this is my first time seeing him, and after a few seconds, I'm like, because you know what I like about this kid? I call it high risk football. My thing is that so many people in today's world, they play low risk for football. Keep it safe. Pass the ball managers. This guy, he's going to keep on going, and you lose.
Did you see what he did to Fabinho, HH?
He's a dribbler.
He gave birth. So yes, how are you?
No. I really like him. But the problem is he's in Napoli. You know, Napoli, the way they operate. Any big team that wants this guy, they will take an arm and a leg. So he's a very good player, and I mean, like you said, like he's a talent. So I mean, I like him. He's good but I mean, Napoli, like this group now looks interesting. Now this is an interesting group.
Because because they see, if Liverpool don't beat Ajax next Tuesday on Anfield, then the group gets Liverpool win.
Like you said, we ride. If they don't, we ride.
we ride. Oh, no. Because I said I'll come to Kenny and then come to you, Smoke. Kenny.
Liverpool were very, very poor. But for me, the thing is that I've seen it for the past year. For me, you see Liverpool. For me, there's all teams always like create a chance against them. For me, like Alisson has been like. For me, I've seen a lot of games last season, especially where I see Alisson has to pull like 2-3 world class. Even today, he made a couple good saves. So for me, he's been coming because they've been relying so much on that defense. And for me, the defense is the defense was from last year and this year is like all the if you look at the defenders one by one, for me the levels they dropped is terrible. Like Robertson has been terrible, Van Dijk has been horrible, and then Gomez today was so terrible. Jurgen Klopp has to take him off halftime. He was losing. He was getting bullied by that guy, that Jordan guy. And Trent obviously always knew defensively wise. Well, like Yassi said, for me, it's the midfield. They had a lot of legs, and right now the midfield is getting old, and they haven't regenerated it, and right now they're paying the consequences.
That and the scary thing is that you have to always know when you need to refresh, because players they're normal physical beings. When we reach our physical limits and so forth, there's only so much that we can do because we're only like physical beings. And I've seen this from all the games Liverpool have played, all the games. See, Bournemouth was the guys because okay, it's Bournemouth. In every other game apart from Bournemouth, I'm like, these guys look tired. They look like they are lagging, and they look as if like they lack the sharpness that they once had. And my thing is that, and this is what I keep have to banging on. Klopp has never had to rebuild a team. When you get if you're a long-term manager, there are cycles, and as a long-term manager, you have to know when it comes to the end of a cycle and when you need to refresh. My fear is that I don't think Klopp realizes that this is the end of a cycle and you need a massive refresh. I think he's like, wait, I know what Salah can do. I support him. I know what Firmino can do because these guys did this for me like years ago. I believe in them. I'll stay loyal to their ways. I know you have to be cutthroat. You have to be ruthless and be like, thanks for what you did to me. You are no longer of any use. Hit the road. It's time for something new.
The style of play as well, because for the past 5 they've been running a lot and they've played a lot of games, and for me the style of, and it's been the same players for the same players there. For me, the big difference between them and City is that as well, Pep, you see, you always there's always rotation, and Klopp is not that type of guy. It's usually the same 11 that usually plays, and for me the style of play, the intensity, for me right now, is catching up to them for the past 6 years. So yeah, this season could be it could be a very long one. He might get sacked. I won't be surprised.
Smoke, talk to me.
HH, God is good, man. Right. I'm gonna start with that. HH, could this be the season where Liverpool win the Europa League? Right. That's just food for thought.
Smoke. They're coming to the group.
Yo. Welcome back, by the way, Smoke. Welcome back, bro.
Thanks, man. The thing is this, HH. At the end of the day, right? When I was saying that, us as City fans, we were so excited when we heard Mane left, right? If you had to ask me out of the two, who would I prefer leaving, Salah or Mane? I would say Mane. 9 out of 10 times, 100%. Mane. Because even whenever we played against him, Mane was always the threat. Although he may not get the stats, but he was the most effective, and everyone else benefited off him, right? And you can see the difference already. At the end of the day, if Salah doesn't score, there's not much else he brings to the game. The difference between City and Liverpool is Liverpool. It's one style or bust, whereby Pep can alter the game with in-game tactics, and Pep. I mean Klopp. Him is just. You can see it now. They're just trying to spam crosses, especially when Charles Down
just spamming crosses, man. Just spamming crosses, man.
When Charles Down comes in, you just start spamming crosses. Man, I feel shame for these guys. And what's worse is it could have been worse, right? It could have been worse. It could have been worse than 4. These guys are just lucky that the only difficult team left in this group is Ajax, which I expect, based on what I saw from Ajax today, I expect Ajax to give them a game. Because those boys
like Liverpool should win, but it's going to be very interesting on Tuesday. I still expect Liverpool to win because I think Ajax have a very soft underbelly. You know, they play great, but they have a very soft underbelly. But it's going to be interesting.
And shout out to Arthur, man. Did you see how that guy was playing, man? Man, I just man, no, I play shit for these guys, man. Yeah, man. Anyway, as I'm saying, the best is yet to come. I feel as if it's still gonna get worse, which is good news. Then I was looking for Samuel. The quad lives, HH. We can't let them get the quad lives.
Okay. Wait, so who else wants to pop in on this before I take some dubs on the whole Liverpool Napoli thing? Suleiman.
Yeah, so I think you guys touched on most of like what's wrong with Liverpool, but I just want to speak about Salah a little bit. And I think somebody already mentioned this, but the thing about Salah is I don't think it's rare for me to watch a game of Salah and be impressed by his individual abilities. I think it's just more the fact that the reason why he got so many goals is because of Firmino and Mane like providing for him. As well as those two fullbacks, Andy Robertson and Trent. And if Andy Robertson and Trent decline and Firmino's obviously getting old. I wouldn't say Firmino's really that old. It's just he's declined, and Mane left. I think it's just Salah and Diaz, and obviously Diaz is like doing his thing, but he's not Mane.
No.
So, what can Salah really provide? Like, what can he do? Like, he's not getting into those goal scoring positions, and he's not getting service. So, he's gonna be useless. Like, let's be honest. So, I think Liverpool. I think it's gonna be rough this season. I don't think they're gonna get any better. I think they just need to stabilize this team. So, or else they're gonna get knocked out of this group, and they might not even make top 4. Let's be honest. Like, they're in a top 4 battle, bro. Like, Arsenal, they're looking decent despite their loss at United. So I think I feel sorry for Liverpool fans like Jamal and Mike. So yeah.
and
Can I say a quick thing about Salah?
Well, hold on. Let me come to Wonder because it's not here. So Wonder, your thoughts briefly, very briefly.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Firstly, I would just like to say that this Liverpool decline that we're seeing, I've kind of been hinting at it since they won the league in 2020. I've said to Liverpool fans, including my friends, that listen, they winning the Premier League, this is the last time we're ever going to see like Liverpool at their best, because I just felt like as soon as they won the Premier League, to them it's like, okay, it's done. We won the Champions League the year before, we won the Premier League, we've got everything. And I think from there, it was like, all right, let's just see what happens. Let's, make or break. Let's see what happens. And even since the January this year, Liverpool, with the way they've been playing, and with Klopp not getting enough recruitments in, and you can see clearly, like, especially in the defense, when Van Dijk came back from his long-term injury, like the way Liverpool fans are celebrating, it's as if that was already a new transfer. And I'm thinking, guys, coming back from an ACL is not easy. It's not easy at all. So, like, as good as it is to have him back, he's not going to be 100%. And I give credit to him because I still think he's still one of the best defenders out there, but like still, he's not at his best. He's not what he used to be ever since that injury. And it's catching up to him, and you can see it. So for Liverpool, it's quite worrying to see, but at the same time, it's kind of hilarious at the same time.
That's harsh. What's okay? So very briefly, Gatlock, on this one Liverpool Napoli thing. Keep it very, very brief. Very brief.
If we get a midfielder, we could say something in this season, man. Don't give the title to Man City, yes, man.
Wait, who's we? Who's we got?
Whoa, he said we. Galax said we.
I'm talking about Jamal.
Referencing a Liverpool fan. Oh, Jamal. Because I know someone said.
Bro.
And I think Jamal did says all they need is a midfielder that they can challenge.
Yeah, and they got a midfielder in Atal, man. Like, bro. Like,
King Arthur from Brazil. King Arthur.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Bro, really?
Like, this game was beautiful, man. This game was
also reject.
Hey, look, they got a midfielder. That's what I'm saying. And the funny thing is, this game was beautiful, man. Trent goal roasted as well as Brazilian.
So no. Okay, but my thing is, how bad could it get for Liverpool? That's my thing. How bad could things get? Because
bro,
I said, look, man, this Liverpool, I'm creeping back at this on. Klopp has never rebuilt a team.
You need to explain that rebuilding to some people because he built the team, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You need to explain that rebuilding to some people in the chat. Anyway, the thing is, look, this is Klopp 70. I remember I sent you that stuff where they say in 70 this guy doesn't really do that good. And bro, like this is getting really bad, man, because I don't understand. Look, Thiago was on the bench. I'm guessing because he just came back from injury, that's why he didn't start. But bro, what has happened to Liverpool, man? Jota was kind of trash even when he came on today. Diaz was the only one doing anything. Since you called him the lad, the guy has gone down. Who else is there? Darwin Núñez. Oh boy, bro. You said that this guy was going to if he outscores Haaland just because he bought in a community shield.
No. I said if he outscores Haaland, then that would be embarrassing. So I'll just put it out there. If he outscores him, it'd be very embarrassing. But bro, Charles Darwin, man.
What happened to this whole team? What happened to Robertson, man? What happened to what else is there? Okay, I know we already know he was trash defensively. Where's Konate? Fabinho was always but I mean, things could really
Deadlock.
get bad. Things could really get bad. And for those who say Napoli can win the title, I highly doubt it because, bro, once Napoli said bringing on who's that? Once Napoli started bringing on their subs, you see how the quality dropped. I don't know who this Elmas guy is, but that guy wasn't doing anything. So if Napoli get injuries to guys like the Georgian guy and Anguissa, then things ain't gonna
No,
go.
they don't win the league. But just that, I think this makes the league. So Smoke real quick, and I'll take some does. Smoke real quick.
They might win.
You know, in one day, I've managed to smoke on a Chelsea and a Liverpool pack, right? People are asking. People are asking what happened to Liverpool. No, they've just been found out. At the end of the day, great managers rebuild teams. They rebuild the style of play. Look at Pep. Pep has rebuilt his team in. His second team was the one without a striker. Then eventually it was getting stale. Then now he's rebuilt again with a striker. That's what great managers do.
Yeah.
Whenever the opposition managers are getting onto their tactics, they revamp things of how, and then they mix it up.
Yeah,
that's what the great managers do.
Someone
I think
never cry and talk about Aguero and
what Smoke said is completely true, because my thing is, and I think yes, you even mentioned it, that is a skill. A massive skill is knowing how to rebuild a team and knowing when to go away with guys who helped you. And what I see from Klopp is a passion. He loves the emotions and so forth. And this is what I say: you have to have a level of ruthlessness. Don't get too close to players, because if you get too close, it's very difficult to say thanks for your services, but I'm sorry, you are surplus to requirements now. And I think for Klopp, he's finding it very hard to say, Milner, you're finished. Henderson, you're finished. Firmino, you're finished. We need to replace you. You guys are done. Because he's so close and is so low to a fault, I think he is not able to be real. They say, no, I'm sorry, Firmino, you're no longer effective for a campaign in 2022. Maybe for 3 or 4 games, but for a whole campaign, you're no longer.
But I think he's trying to rebuild. It's just that right now it's not working. The players that they're buying are not performing. Like the Nunez guys right now is looking like a flop. And the thing, Salah as well.
Like for Nunez, that's like the wrong profile. Like, how do you bring in Nunez? The creative player.
Wait. Let me bring in. So, Anthony, really quick, your thoughts on this before I take some of these dubs. Thoughts on the whole Liverpool thing, very brief. Anthony?
I think that. Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
My internet's been breaking. The Georgian player, the young player, Kivichka, I think he's gonna be a baller. I'm someone who I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool is not that bad. I think if they get their midfield back, if they get Thiago back, I think if they get the starters back, I think they'll have a good season, which is like coming second or third. I don't think it's time to panic for them.
Okay. So, Rob, really brief. Liverpool and Napoli thoughts, really brief. Rob? Okay, I think
someone said Liverpool, they got their inhalers taken, so that's why they.
Okay, hold on. So, your boy Khalid told you about Napoli and Kvara during the UCL draw preview, and they did not disappoint. No, look, Napoli looks really good. Let's now see what they can do for the rest of this campaign. But it makes this group look very, very interesting. Fazazi, HH, don't answer now. Bring Todd B. Let's talk. I am not trading Trent Alexander-Arnold for Rhys James. That's not happening. Keep him. QCA, this Kivicha is the real deal. Wow, future is bright. As again, I like the kid. He's direct. He's fearless. He's not afraid to make mistakes. And always wants to
just don't jinx him. Just don't jinx him.
I'm not jinxing him, man. Abris fair. Onana starting was a surprise, but he did good. No Barella. We'll get there. That's the next one. Because Onana, that guy, if not for him, they would have got smokes. But Onana was amazing. QCA. Trent and Gomez from now on refer to Kivicha as daddy.
That is true. I agree.
He adopted them.
Bro, he smoked.
Farmers League. Fradona said, shout out Syria. Guys, we have insulted Syria. Casey,
where's Casey? Casey,
where are you at? Because Syria stand up. They did really well. So this is a huge job for Syria.
HH, have you seen the table?
Table for what?
For Serie A.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
AR consultants at Real Madrid. This guy's an Arsenal fan, by the way. Mane's absence means teams only focus on Salah. Also, did I see Liverpool reverts to long balls today? Trent needs to sit on the bench. Guys, the amount
They've been
of
doing that
crosses
for a
those guys were
while.
spamming.
Yeah,
He's been
they've
doing
that.
that's been this thing. They've been doing long
Spamming, man.
balls.
Zota Stevens, Liverpool fans forget Mane off the ball walk elevated Salah.
That is true. Yeah.
Very
Here's
true.
the thing. See, here's the thing.
Man in general,
Mane had a bad start to the season, last season, and so forth. But from the moment of that AFCON, the guy was so super. Liverpool fans keep telling me that, oh no, but Mane was really bad at the start of last season. Yeah, at the start of last season. But ever since January, he's been freaking money. And my thing is that Mane brought a lot to this team, both on the ball and off the ball, and a lot of intangibles that Liverpool are missing. This is facts. Liverpool were a little predictable, in my opinion, which is why you need to refresh things. I think that you have to refresh, and I'm not sure that Klopp is capable of refreshing these guys. David Sane, I know we joke about the inhalers.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this
bro.
real? Is this real?
Yeah, bro. They got found out. Like they got taken out.
So let's FC. Safe got rid of Ains.
Sir Alex.
Okay. Fergie got rid of Ains, Hughes, Kanchelskis. Yes, change needed. 100%. 100%. Adams. And some deluded Liverpool fans try to compare VVD to my centre-back Vidic, who destroyed Chelsea in 2008 due to rain tax and having a man sense of I'm playing against 10 men.
I don't think he added the H.
The demise of Liverpool is being televised and it's beautiful. And Klopp told them to book. Guys, hold up. Guys, let me just.
Yes, he did. He did. He told him to book.
Let me show you something.
He did.
You see?
Oh my gosh,
Guys
bro.
need to understand that this is how you can get caught in 4K. You got caught in 4K, guys. Check this out. See, why does Klopp do this to himself? Klopp is realized that Twitter exists. Klopp, why? Why do this? Why do this?
Nah, he kind of reminds me of I feel like you would do that.
When did he say this? When did he say this?
After the
final. After the final.
Yeah.
Last year.
After the final.
Sorry, after the Real Madrid final this year.
What's really the issue?
I said that Liverpool was the best team even after they lost.
Michael Owen.
Oh yeah, him again.
What's really the issue though?
What do you mean?
What do you expect to say? Forget about us. So we won't bother thinking about the Champions. Come on.
No. It's one thing to say us. We'll be back. Where's next year? Istanbul. Book the hotel.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to support
don't you guys like that mentality? They're having that winner's mentality. Like,
it's one thing.
Moderation.
It's one thing to say that, but like, it's how you say it. It's not what you say; it's how you say it. But like,
this is like arrogant in my opinion.
We don't know how
it is arrogant. Very
so shout out
arrogant.
to boy Raz 2810. The whole team is deflated after last season. Only Diaz looks hungry. Any team starting Milner loses. He is trash. Thomas Tuchel 43% win rates. Jurgen Klopp 28%. The narratives are disgusting. Playing a high line with no press is trash. Do you think Tuchel replaces Klopp? Specifically, they say Tuchel replaces Klopp at Mainz. He replaces him at Dortmund.
It would be interesting.
That would be funny. That would be so funny.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Because hasn't Tuchel been in every team that Klopp has been in besides PSG?
Hold on. Mike S. Zelensky, 2 goals, 1 assist. A great day for the skis. Yep.
Shout out Poland, bro. Shout out Poland.
Yeah, man. Latin Rosario, Javi, and the homies ran. Okay, let's not. Raz, no. Let's not. Raz, tweet 10. Salah has played almost every single game for Liverpool since the debut. He's not a robot. At some point, he was going to burn out. Mane had it in 2021, and Salah rose this narrative. It's too forced. It's cringe.
Facts.
Do you think Salah has burnt out?
He has a point. Yeah, I agree. He's played too many games, but
Liverpool played like 70 games last year. Like,
crazy, yes.
So it's gonna.
Yes, they played a lot of games.
Ricardo, thank you. That is a point I forgot to make. I think the number was something like 60-something games. It was 60-something games.
67.
67? Is that the number?
I thought they hit the 70.
They played
It was close to 67, 60 something, but my guess is like 67
Was it
because they
63?
play a lot of finals.
Look, whatever it is, to play those high number of games, I think that it is going to take its toll. I remember this is a shortened break because of the World Cup here. So I remember you also had those friendlies and those bombers international things that also happened as well. So I think you can see that these guys are tired.
Well, HH, that's an excuse though, because
That-
I'll give you an
that's the
example.
excuse.
No. Listen, HH.
Smoke. Here,
Let me give you evidence.
It's smoke. It's a reality, but at the same time, Klopp, you should know that. Knowing how you push these guys physically, you have to go hard in the transfer market and get fresh legs. So
Yeah.
it's on Klopp not getting fresh
No,
legs.
what I'm saying is this. It's the same for City. We normally play almost every game because we go to the latter part of every competition.
But you
didn't
didn't
play as
though.
many games as Liverpool last
Liverpool
year.
quite literally went to the final of every competition.
I'm giving wait.
They made the semi, but City made the semis.
Let's smoke.
What I'm saying is
They made
the
two
season
semis.
before. Wait. The season before this, we went. The only game we didn't play was the final of the FA because that's when remember Chelsea beat us in the semi-final of the FA, and then you beat. So most seasons we get up until the semi-final of the final of every competition.
Yeah, he has a point.
No, but
That's what I'm trying to say.
Man City rotate their players more than Salah plays every game. Man City, you have Foden and
the
Mane.
always have a
The
deeper squad.
difference is not the number of games, but it's the rotation, whereby we rotate more, but we play also similar. The truth is, like, you'll only find that maybe they play two games more than us, but we just rotate more. That's why it seems as if we are much more professional.
No, but Smoke, the point I'm going to make is because City have a much deeper squad because they have a lot more money to spend in a much deeper squad.
We have the smallest squad in the league. Check the last check the last 5 seasons.
What do you mean that Sterling and Foden? No, come on.
Smoke.
What I'm saying is,
Smoke. You're not saying that Liverpool have a deeper squad than Man
He's
City.
trying to add that into his league titles. He's trying to add that into his league titles.
Oh, no. I think what he's trying to say is, but your bench is far stronger, man.
Yeah.
You can't
outside
smoke.
I'm saying outside our starting 11, majority of the players in our squad are academic kids. Go check our squad. You will see for the past Pep deals.
Sterling and Jesus are Sterling and Jesus academy players.
No, I'm saying we normally don't have more than 16 or 15 first team players. Check our squads. That's why when we get injuries, check our squad. Our squads are normally it's always thin.
Now that was this season. For the past 4 or 5 years, you guys always have the better squads.
I think I'm saying the only season where we had a big squad, I think, was when Ferran Torres was there. But he left
even despite that, Smoke, City never had a season like Liverpool had where you went to the final of the Carabao, the final of the FA Cup, the Premier League went to the last day of the season, and you were in the final of the Champions League.
Yeah, no, actually,
he went to the AFCON as well.
I'm saying we only missed the FA. We went to the final of everything besides the FA.
Wait, that is
and
true
that's
too.
Smoke.
Wait, hold on, that's true. Sadio Mane and Salah did go to the finals as well.
Yeah, there we go.
That's one game left.
So Smoke. So you have to take everything into account. Liverpool went to the final of the FA Cup. It went 120 minutes penalties. Carabao 120 minutes penalties, all the way to the last day of the league, and he played the Champions League final. And as Ricardo Jojo said, your 2 key players played 120 minutes in the AFCON final. It's going to take its freaking toll.
That's because they don't score. That's because they don't score in the finals. They didn't score in any of the finals. That's on the team.
But what I'm saying is that this is a side on and pass on effect to what's happening now. But let me just take this because we have to move, man. So Crypts, Todd B calling UGA inquiring about his talented footballer from Georgia. He keeps hearing about #SEC football, University of Georgia, #Richarlison. Look, Todd, if you can get that Georgian kid, man, I'll be happy. And apparently they used analytics to go for Anthony Gordon. That's a separate topic. Badass omelette. In another universe, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele, Koundé, De Jong, Christensen are Chelsea players. Rank these players based on eye test. Include Gavi and Pedri. I will say number 1 is the Oos, followed by Gavi, Lewandowski. Well, yeah, Gavi, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri.
No,
And then
no.
the other was a lot.
Pedri's better than Gavi, bro.
You're
Gavi
talking
over
crap.
Pedri.
Pedri is top
No,
two.
I test.
Pedri is top two.
No,
Pedri
Pedri
is
is
clear of Gavi.
clear of Gavi, bro. Gavi, he's a
No, no.
workhorse, bro. He's
No,
not tough.
Gavi's money. But guys, let's talk about Leroy. Let's talk about Leroy. Guys, can we all say that Inter Milan ain't doing anything in this group?
Yeah.
Bayern
Yes.
told these guys a new one. Bayern beats the living crap out of this. Like, bro, Bayern looks scary. Like they tore these guys apart. And guys, Leroy Sane he's always been a baller. He's always been a freaking baller.
I was told last year he was washed up.
It's because they're
he
injury
ain't
times.
consistent enough.
He's not that
He's
great. I
really-
don't think so.
No, he's great. Just not consistent.
No, I think he's a good
He's very good
footballer,
when
but
he wants
he's
to
an
play.
idiot. HH.
H-
He has no
Wait,
footballing IQ.
hold on. Let's see what does the Joker yesterday saying. So yesterday, why are you saying that Leroy Sane is an idiot?
No, I don't think he. I don't think he has a
Yesterday, you
football brain.
said he's
He
an
has
idiot.
no. Yeah, he's an idiot. He doesn't have a footballing brain. He's a very good player. That's just it.
Who has okay, yesterday? Now, be very careful here because you don't want me to use these cards. Who has more of a football brain, Rashford or Leroy Sane? Yesterday, the fact that you're very sick.
Bro,
Yes,
this
No. But HH, I feel like you guys are over. I think Sadio Mane.
Yes, you know that you didn't actually answer my question.
I think Sadio Mane changed the dynamic of that team. HH. It really has, man. He actually.
He did change it, man.
Yes, yeah. Did you see
Oh
Leroy
my
Sane's
God,
control
bro.
for the first goal?
That was
Did you see his first
ridiculous.
touch for the
That was
first goal?
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. I like Leroy Sane. No, Leroy Sane is. I love Leroy Sane. Leroy Sane was my boy.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he was like 18, when he was like 18 years old, when he scored that goal against Real Madrid, and when he was playing for Schalke, I remember it. I was like, "Hey, yo, who's that player?" Leroy Sane.
Don't forget he dropped Modric too.
Yeah, he
Bro,
made him like
Yeah, listen, Ricardo, watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. You're speaking about the Drich, okay?
Ricardo, look, are Bayern in good hands with Leroy Sane, Mane, and so forth, man? I mean,
Of course, man. Of course, I've always been a big fan of Sané.
Yes.
I thought it was the great career move for him to move from City to Bayern. He did have a rough patch in the season.
What the?
Who's watching highlights, bro? Who's watching?
So you're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah.
No, he did have a rough patch last season where he wasn't really doing much, but for the most part, he was a really good player. I've always rated him. But no, what Yasir said that Mane changed. He didn't change the team. They just got the proper replacement for Lewandowski for Nagelsmann's system. This is what Nagelsmann wanted the whole time. This is what he wanted. I know this sounds crazy, but you give Nagelsmann Timo Werner, he's making that Timo Werner look like a star because they got the
because I think we can say that Bayern play a lot faster than Lewandowski,
definitely.
which is why Ricardo, I can't wait for Tuesday because Tuesday has so many narratives. Because if Bayern win, Nagelsmann will say, "Hey, dub, I'm vindicated." If Lewandowski drops a two-piece, or in the words of Ricardo, a Harry, then
that's not happening. But no, they look really good. Sané, he's very direct. I think the second goal, the way he was just linking up and just bang, bang, bang.
That was crazy. Like
ping pong around the defense.
It
was crazy. That's what Nagelsmann, that's his team. Like I said, Sané is very good. Yasir, I don't know why you said that guy has no footballing brain.
He doesn't.
You know what's funny?
His decision making in the final third is
Look, Yasir came on the show, and the first thing he said, you know what the most important thing about football is your footballing brain. And then he proceeds to call Leroy Sane a dead IQ.
No, I don't think he makes the right decision at times, man. I just don't, man. That's just me, bro.
Dembele, bro. He's better than Dembele.
Okay, me too, man.
It's true, bro. What are you talking about?
I'd rather have Leroy Sane than in terms of decision making. I'd rather have Leroy Sane. Now, talent wise, Dembele is off to the charts.
That is
decision
true,
making. I trust Leroy Sane more than
Exactly.
But no, that first goal was brilliant, man. Like first of all, the pass from Kimmich was beautiful.
That first touch was insane.
Yeah, the touch and then to the chest, back down to the foot, takes out Onana and just slots it home. It was a brilliant goal. But no, Bayern look really good. Sané looks good.
But Ricardo, let's not get to the real CC. Let's talk the real talk. Who was missing from Inter? Say it. Ricardo, say his name. Ricardo, say his name. Ricardo, say his name. You know who it is.
Big Rum.
Lukaku. I totally forgot he even went there.
I ain't gonna lie to you though.
Ricardo, don't do that. Ricardo,
I thought he was still
You guys
at
were really
Chelsea.
good at that.
Luka Jovic looked terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Luka Jovic was terrible.
I
Ricardo, don't
totally
do that.
forgot about. No, but let's be honest. He wasn't doing much. Let's be honest.
Man, meet you, Mike.
When has he ever done
Who,
anything?
okay, who would you rather have in that attack against Bayern to cause more issues? 70-year-old Dzeko or prime Belgian?
Dzeko was trash. Dzeko was trash. It was so bad.
Between shit and diarrhea, so it doesn't really matter, man. Like Lautaro
Did he
needed
say
some
prime?
help out
Did he
there.
say prime Lukaku? Like
Prime
I don't
Belgian Lukaku.
A big
Prime
Belgian
Lukaku.
chocolate. I don't think he's ever had a prime, to be honest. So, nah, I mean that's all, like I don't know. It's not happening. Inter probably finished third in this group, to be honest.
Regarding Sané,
It's more for
even at City, Sané has always had a very high ceiling, right? Just that he's been inconsistent, not because of he lacks football ability. I think he just lacks. He comes off as a lazy player at times, right? And that was always one of the things against him. And then from that laziness, normally he becomes inconsistent, right? But as for on his day, he's one of those players whereby he's the on his day kind of
on his day.
He's on his day footballer.
That's the truth.
When it tries.
Sané. Right, that's the truth with Sané. Sané, hence I'm saying it's an inconsistency. The thing is, on his day, he's unplayable, right? Because he can do everything. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can assist, he can do all of that. But it's just that when he's having a shit day, it's bad. Like it's either he's excellent or
like
he's bad.
he plays for fun. He doesn't play to win.
And that's the issue with Sané. But he's still a great talent, and that was one of the things as we used to frustrate us because we knew what this guy could do, but because of his ups and very lows, at times he can frustrate you. But the talent is there, man.
Gatlo.
Yo, bro. Thing about Sané is like this. You know, in all those sports festivals or in Nigeria inter sports, you have all those guys who run 100 meter race, 200, 400 meter race kind of stuff. The guy who runs 100 meter race cannot do 400 meter race because the guy doesn't have the endurance for it. And that's how I see Sané's consistency, basically. The guy is like a 100 or 200 meter race kind of runner. Right now, he's good. I remember this how good he was last season when Bayern were pumping teams 5-2 and whatnot, and he scored that goal from the left-hand side against, I think, Benfica or Dynamo. Sick goal. That's exactly what he's doing right now. Sané is talented, no doubt about that. Issue is, come January, February, the guy's form usually dips. You can't keep this form consistently going. Sané's talent has never been like an issue. It's just that I don't think he can keep this stuff up towards the end of the season, and that's certain. That's when it really matters for a guy. Like, because I remember against PSG, when they were trying to come back, bro. It was Sané and Coman. They couldn't really do much, man. They weren't really doing anything against
Sané
that
was
PSG.
literally the one that cost him the game.
So it's the kind of scenario where it's like, bro, like Sané is very talented, is very good, but I don't think like he can keep it up. Now, as for that game coming up next week, it's going to be I think Bayern are at home, right?
Yes.
So that game is gonna be sick, bro, because I think Barca have a chance, but you see, I can't call that game. To be fair, I really cannot.
It's a tough one to call.
I think
It's a tough one
Lewandowski
to
will
call.
score. I think Lewandowski will score, but I think Bayern can
Wait,
still win.
no. Here's the
Okay,
thing. And I'll ask this again on Sunday. If Lewandowski scores, does he celebrate or do the?
He will celebrate.
No. I think he's too
So you
respectful.
He has to
celebrate.
celebrate.
No.
He
He's
has
too-
to celebrate.
Celebrate.
Can I talk on
Oh,
Sané?
he has to
So
I'll
you
say,
think he'll actually be like, yeah.
Yeah.
no, he will over
Nah, I don't
celebrate.
think so. I don't think so.
But it will be team. But one thing, Bayern will lose if they play that guy, Upamecano.
Upamecano.
That guy.
The guy
If they play that guy, Because he came on again in this game, and bro, that guy looked dodgy, bro. That guy looked.
Bayern were
If-
calm.
no, yes.
He comes on, panic.
No. See, if Upamecano up against like the Us, that could be like homicide, bro. That could be double homicide. Like, I'm scared of what the Us could do to that guy, bro.
Don't forget the rod. Don't forget the rod.
But see, here's the thing, though. Because I watched the Bayern Inter game. Just as Inter, all Inter have is Lautaro Martinez, Jack who can't run. If Bayern gave that space to Barcelona, specifically to the Us and the Ra,
And the Ra, yeah.
They have Lukaku.
But at the same time, I don't think Barca's defense can keep up with the speed. Bro, that second
there
goal
we go.
was
There is, see,
beautiful.
it works both ways. It
No,
works
but
both ways.
HH, you know,
Beautiful, bro. And HH, I have to say,
because here's the thing. Inter's defense, I think, is more robust and stronger than Barca's defense. And
Exactly,
Bayern,
really.
and also, if not for Onana, it would have been like a lot more because Onana saved their ass.
and if Barcelona played Jordi Alba again, bro, Sané was going to rip it. Now, that's the
But-
thing.
but-
Both
but
teams,
guys,
both teams have weaknesses. But I'm happy the Champions League is back, man. This is beautiful. Except for the first game of Tuesday. The rest they've lived up.
well, what's the first game?
I'm going to talk about
The chair.
The
Zagreb.
ski.
Okay. So, Osasuna, Napoli against thingy. I have no idea where I'm holding a spoon, but it is what it is. So just, sorry, Inter, Bayern, thoughts?
Yeah, so
Well, what does your name mean? Not top of the league. What does that mean?
we're not
Yes,
top
sir.
of the league
You let the
anymore.
man talk.
Osasuna is not top of the league.
Yeah,
Plus, Lewandowski is going to score 10 goals.
Well, but yeah. So hi everyone. HH, congratulations this morning. You got what you wanted. I hope that you guys have
Can you not
success.
please bring that up, please? This is a UCL anchor, please. Thank you. Keep it to UCL. Well,
Yeah, Chelsea are screwed, by the way.
Keep it. Just put Chelsea to one side.
Yeah, I just want to say Chelsea are screwed. Anyway,
I know.
so with regards to Inter Bayern, that's the only game that I was actually interested in watching because everything else was pretty crap. Except for the
Napoli
Atletico
Liverpool.
game.
Napoli
That
Liverpool.
was
You didn't want to
4-0
watch that?
Bro, it was 3-0 at halftime. Liverpool.
I didn't want to watch that.
Dude, Liverpool are a joke. Liverpool are complete. They don't know how to defend. Did you see them walking? Did you see their defending? They were playing like United were against Brentford. They were just walking.
Trent text, bro. Trent
Klopp lost
No,
the
the entire defense. All of them. Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, all of them, except Robertson. They
You
were
saw the
all
1-2 goal? That was wild. The 1-2 goal was wild.
And then 3 defenders out. Anyway, Inter Bayern. So I watched the first half, and it was actually pretty even. A lot of was leaving.
Is Osasuna freezing?
Yeah.
Every time you see
Yeah.
Inter.
Okay, it's back. It's back. So Brickness. Okay, back. Go for it.
Yeah.
Back. Go for it.
Yeah, I do have a bit of Bricknet. So I was I saw Inter had quite a few opportunities, but their final ball was always off. If they had a little bit more quality in the final third, they could have really punished Bayern. But I think overall, Bayern are just better than Inter. I don't really see Inter getting out of this group. I just think Barca and Bayern are better. We'll obviously have to see Barca play against Inter, but for now, I think that Barca and Bayern are going to have it fairly comfortable because Inter's attack is just not functional right now. Dzeko and Martinez are not linking up. Martinez needs Daddy Lakaka, and Lakaka needs his son Martinez to function.
His name is Prime Romelu. His name is Big Rom. Big Rom is his name. There you go.
Big fat Rom.
Wait, you're a Lukaku fan, HH? When did that happen?
Also, can you talk in please?
Yeah, so I think once Lakaka comes back into the team, they'll look a little bit more cohesive, I hope. But I think the attack still needs to gel. The midfield is getting a little bit it's too functional and it doesn't have enough technique in it. I feel they are relying a lot on their wingbacks, especially Dumfries, to get their attacks going, to bring up their to like speed up with the attack like Liverpool's fullbacks do. And they don't really have a lot of creativity in the final third, which is worrying. I don't think they'll have a very good season in the Serie A either. I think they'll be third, fourth place. I think this team needs to figure themselves out again after this losing the Serie A. No, they lost the Serie A last season. They threw
Milan are the Red Clowns.
Milan are the Red Clowns? Oh, potentially. Or I don't follow Italian football too much, but at least it seemed like Inter, after they threw the title last season, they really seem like they're suffering. I don't think they're over that yet, so they have to get back into their mindset. I'm sure next season they'll be okay, but for now, it's going to be Bayern and Barca that easily get out of this group, and just hope that Inter can recover from this little bit poor patch of form that they're having right
now. Perfect timing before I go to the dubs. Hokage, man, talk to me, man. Bayern, man. Leroy Sane looking very good, and everything is all set up for an amazing Tuesday night, man. Talk to me.
And how about Thomas Tuchel losing his job?
Yes, yeah, shut up. Hokage, talk to me.
It was good. Sane is weird because I was listening to you guys before, and Sane was washed last season. There was like the 3 months where he won like Bayern Player of the Month 3 months in a row. Then he was terrible for the rest of the season, the last 6 months. So that's why every Bayern fan was just frustrated with him, because when you see the game today, I know the second goal was an own goal, but did you see that second goal? Crazy. The way he orchestrated everything, it's like he had all 3-4 steps lined up.
It doesn't count. It was an own goal, bro. It doesn't count.
Yes, shut up, man.
It was a good goal.
Yes, I literally heard you just say. You said he's a brain dead footballer. Like he doesn't have that football. Like, are you serious? This guy on his. Do you not remember? Do you not remember him at Man City?
Hokage. This is the same man who calls him Marcus Ballon d'Or Rashford and says that Rashford is the same level.
Yes, we'll see you tomorrow.
Keep that in mind.
We'll see you tomorrow. This is what happens when your club plays Europa League football, man.
So yeah, next week.
Yeah, he doesn't speak
the game
language.
The game against Barca next week. I'm waiting for you, Lewandowski. You broke my heart, and we're here for revenge. So
Hokage, real quick. 2 questions. Actually, no. I think one is obvious. No, the one question. If he scores, do you think he celebrates or does the celebration?
I don't think so, because even though the things he said, he's still he made a big effort to come back to the club, take the picture with all his trophies, and leave on a good note. So I don't think he's gonna go and ruin it like that. He already lost a lot of Bayern fans. So if he does, honestly, I wouldn't care, because it's Barcelona. I don't care if you go to another club and a Bayern player leaves and scores against us and celebrates. You're trying to play for that club now. I've never understood why it's so why you shouldn't celebrate when you score against your old club. There's the past. You're playing for your new club. If I'm a Barca fan, I'd want him to celebrate. Because
it's what they always
feel. No, Hokage, I am totally with that. I hate that celebration.
Bro, celebrate.
This is the reality of football. I'm in this club now. Yeah. Once I leave that club, that's my previous employment.
Actually,
and also as well, it's disrespectful to the fans of you. I want you to bloody celebrate and be happy. So,
it depends
on the player.
Wait. No. My club is paying you high wages, super money. These fans are coming out to support you and so forth. A club you've left that no longer pays you, no longer financially benefits you. You still want to be respectful for them, but not celebrate.
But what if Messi scores against Barca?
It depends on the player.
What if Hudson-Odoi scores against Chelsea?
What I want to see, what I want to see is Messi score against Barca and then do the Sue.
Okay,
let's Flores 2019.
No, Kage, I have a question for you. I have one question for Kage.
Okay, yes, please go for it.
Are you terrified of Lewandowski coming over to the Allianz Arena? Because I have a song for you, Kage. 1, 2, Lewandowski's coming for you. 3, 4, you better defend that goal.
No, hold on. Let me just. Yes, it never sing again. Yes, it never sing again.
I think it depends on the player. Okay.
That's disgusting.
But I can't wait to Tuesday. I can't wait.
AJ.
I already have it clear. Hopefully they beat them 3-0.
So, Smoke, what are you saying?
I'm saying that regarding the celebration, I think it depends on the player. I can give an example, right? Let's say Sterling scores against us, right, and he celebrates. I couldn't give him.
Wait. This Jay Jokin guy. Hold on. This Jay Jokin guy. This guy's not a Real Madrid fan.
Neither are you.
He's a United. No, he's a United. Look, he's on loan. The guy's on loan because let me take this to base. Shout out to boy Raz 828110. City rotate their wingers because they have depth. Salah plays every single league game, UCL apart from cup games. Look at the intensity Salah has played at for the last 5 years. It's bound to happen. Smoke, this is what I was trying to say.
No, I disagree.
So why did the guy want to be the main man again?
We have players who can play in multiple positions, so it seems as if we have more than we do. Yes.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. I feel like Man City are better at slowing down the game. Liverpool literally function on workhorse midfielders. Yeah. Like they just know how to play at one tempo. They don't know how
Liverpool
to
losers, man. Why are we talking about Liverpool?
Yo, you're Europa League, bro. You're Europa League.
Look, let's move, guys. Let's move. So someone says Chelsea played 3 games less than Liverpool. # Klopp in. Osuna, this is not a Chelsea thing. Chelsea, that is a whole separate.
No, but actually, Tuchel and Klopp are using the exact same excuses.
Exactly. Someone says it's super chat.
Klopp have the same excuses. # Klopp in. Okay, let's.
Do they not?
I am not addressing Todd B right now because that's a whole different.
You say he's the GOAT. Like you said,
who's going to be your next manager?
Jacob, hold up, Jacob.
Harry Potter.
When Klopp first came in, he had to use players like Origi and Milner in tough times. That's where his loyalty comes with average players. It's tough. Hey, what do you mean by it's not tough? Be cold-hearted, bro. Dajo, Klopp should go to.
Wow, that's a weird.
They already have a good squad. Plus, you can't have 2 terrorists in the same league. # Tuchel Simeone.
The Tuk.
No.
What do you mean 2 terrorists in the same league?
Casey. Colombia Clown is destroying my Serie agenda. Casey, you need to apologize. You need to apologize. You damn it. Elijah, you can't rebuild without money. Pep has that.
That is true.
That's a lie.
But they did.
How much money was given to Fergie during his whole rebuild?
How much money was given to Zidane and Ancelotti in this Real Madrid rebuild? Actually, realistically, how much?
What was Zidane already had a made team?
Ricardo, leave.
But he had to
Where did Vinicius and Rodrigo come from?
You know, Ricardo, you're just mad, bro. You're just mad.
Hold on.
What?
I want to talk about
that much is better than
Iniesta.
Sure, he's not though.
It's fair. I wish Inter got Dybala. Okay, all right. Daddy Us. Daddy Us. Chelsea needs Greg Berhalter. The Us eats the lips.
Oh, that's actually true.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Rebuilder. So this is just come on, man. We don't need to. But guys, Liverpool fans, these are facts. He almost relegated to Dortmund in the 7th year. These are the facts of life.
# Is it true that they use inhalers and they just ran out of the prescription?
Yes, I told you Bayern first, Inter and Barca fights for second. We shall see on Tuesday.
You know how the prescription has a number on it,
yes,
amount of refills. Do you think that
relax? You're not even supposed to be here.
God damn. Season Bayern full 18 points. Not sure about that.
Yeah.
Bayern counts European Cups from the 1970s. #. What is wrong with you, man? Ajax 4-0. Yeah, see. Tuesday. This is Tuesday.
No, relax. They got 18 points. They had 18 points last season, and they went out to Benfica. These guys are not.
No, Ajax are doing nothing. I'm saying what's Ajax against Liverpool at Anfield. That's what I want to say. Guys, can I ask a question to you guys? This is for the streets and for the panel.
Of course.
This is for the streets and the panel. So, Suleiman, can you tell me why Griezmann has green hair, please?
I think he's going through a midlife crisis, just like you when you put on a wig.
Okay, so hold on. What did Suleiman just say?
No,
nothing.
I know why. Like, I think I know why. Right? Because remember, he can't play before the 66th minute. So he's trying to camouflage into the grass. Right?
You know that's a scam, right? They're scamming Barcelona. They're scamming them.
We're getting scammed.
Okay, so apparently, if he plays 45 minutes, Atleti owe
for 50% of the games.
It's more than 30 minutes.
You know what makes it worse?
So they bring him on.
They need the money. Barca need money. They need cash. They're broke. They need the money, and these bastards don't even want to give them what they are due, man. That's wicked, man. And Griezmann walk off. He's not going to be playing 25 games. 25
you know what's so funny, right? God, like,
okay, hold on, wait. Who watched the game? If you watched the game, okay.
I watched the last 10 minutes. Bro.
I watched everything you needed to watch. It was the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was the only thing that you need to watch.
Talk to me. Was someone paid?
You know what's
see
crazy?
90 plus 11.
No, you know what's
Lukaku,
crazy?
90 plus 11.
No, you know what's crazy? I actually saw a stat that this is the second time that there's been 3 goals scored in plus 90 minutes, and the first time was last year in the same fixture.
Yeah,
That's
Porto.
crazy.
Yeah, away at
You're
Porto.
joking.
Yeah.
It happened.
Wait, what's
like-
we are at home against Porto?
No,
No,
At
it's
home,
against
right?
Porto.
Yeah,
It's
at
at
home.
What?
I can't remember, but they said the same
No,
fixture is
no.
the one that happened twice. The same scenario.
Are you
Unbelievable.
sure? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sure that they got a red
Yeah.
card in that game.
Because Atletico were away.
They got a red card this game too.
Well, I don't know if it was in the same stadium, but the same like teams facing. But
Porto versus Atletico is the
You know
WWE.
how hilarious this was? This is
Guys,
hilarious, guys.
Yeah, but
let
it
me ask
was,
you something, guys. Simeone
quite
and
funny.
Atleti, has this said
They'll get out of the group.
over?
No, HH. Okay, guys. So.
these guys are
No, I
holding
think
on to their
I think
life,
they'll
man.
get out of the group. I don't think they should be worried. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
that
shit.
they're not going to compete for the UCL. I'll be honest, or for the
Hey.
league for that matter.
Yeah,
You guys, I love Atletico Madrid. You know
Bro,
why I
they
love
love
about
everybody.
let me tell you why I love Atletico Madrid. Because they are like, how do you say it? They are like the villains of the footballing world. No one likes Atletico Madrid. Everybody, every neutral hates them. Every Barca fans
you
hate
like
them
them because nobody else likes them.
because it's hilarious. Things are happening.
That's why you
It's
like
hilarious.
United.
It's funny because okay, look, this game. Let's be honest. No one watched it. No one cared about this game. And I don't know it. Literally, I tuned in, and the commentator says, "Yeah." After the game, he says, "Yeah, not much happened this game, but the only thing that it turned into light in extra time." I was like, "What do you?" And the last 10 minutes was when everything happened, when it actually came, the game actually came to life, and that's what Atletico Madrid do. They bore you to death, and then they just produce something crazy like this. Crazy moments in the Champions League. I love it. I love it.
Okay. Do we? Is Griezmann being mistreated? Do we feel like if Griezmann is
Did
being
you see what
mistreated?
Simeone
Yes,
did?
he is.
Did you see what Simeone did?
Wait, what did you do, Aston? What did you do?
He literally went to the celebration, ran just like casually ran, and then was like celebrating with Griezmann. It was so
100%.
fucking
He ran
so
all the way
shameless.
to the side.
It
They
was
went
so
all the way to the
shameless.
side. That was crazy. It was
He literally
magic. It
pulled
was
Griezmann to the
beautiful.
side and started fucking celebrating. It was
Yeah,
so
no,
funny.
No, but see, that's why I said that, guys. I have names. There were guys who tried to tell me that Griezmann was world class, and the guys were trying to tell me that Griezmann was one of the best players at the World Cup and so forth. I've kept telling you, he's a side chick. He's always been a side chick. He'll always be a side chick, and I think that when the facts of that your career has ended to a point where you've dyed your hair green like the Joker, and you are now being brought on in the 66 minutes and so forth, and that is what your career is down to. And you're going to get knocked out of the group stage of the World Cup without any Benzema or Pogba. Guys, can we have a real conversation about Griezmann's career? It's been a failure ultimately.
I mean,
Apart
he's
from the
still
World
ball.
Cup.
Peaked early.
Yeah,
But
he'd
it's
still
just
be the
here's the
best
World
Chelsea
Cup
player.
though.
When did he peak?
Wait. How
2016
old
to
is Griezmann
2018,
now?
that was his peak.
But actually, I mean, let's be honest. What has he done? What has he done in his career that Hazard has? What did Hazard
World
do
Cup,
in his
bro. What are
career
you talking
that
about? He's a
like
World
Hazard
Cup
hasn't won a
winner.
World
Griezmann
Cup.
was literally the man of the Euros.
Griezmann won he won a World Cup.
Yeah.
He won a La
Griezmann
Liga.
has never been top 3 players in the world.
He
Griezmann
not.
is
No, he
actually
didn't. He didn't win a
He's
Liga.
never
He
won a
didn't
Was
win a
top
Liga.
three
He's
player.
never
Yeah,
won
he's
a
a couple
World
of
Cup.
seasons.
People said he was top 3 in the world.
Yeah, he
Well,
finished
he's
third
not
in Ballon
third.
d'Or.
But the guy
Yeah.
won.
They won the Europa League.
Like 2016 to 20, he was good.
Wait, hold on. Who made that bombers comments about him finishing third in Ballon d'Or? Didn't that clown Jorginho finish third in Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, but Griezmann actually
So-
deserved
but
it.
Griezmann actually deserved it though.
Griezmann actually
No,
deserved
Griezmann
it.
deserved it 100%.
No, from 2016 to like 2018-19, he had
He
a
won.
very
Hey,
good
shit,
streak
drop
at
the brick.
Atletico.
Drop the brick.
No, wait. In the Euros 2016, he was actually named top goal scorer and best
He
player
was
of
the best
tournament.
player.
Yeah, sure.
No, he was not top 3 though. He was
I
never
know,
top
sure,
3
sure.
ever.
Yeah.
Yes, he was, man.
No, for a season.
Yeah,
he was.
no, he had a very good 2016, man. The guy knocked
Yeah.
Barcelona
Great.
Yeah.
out.
In 2018, he was
He had
very
a
good.
great 2016. I know. He had a great 2016. I know.
Did he miss?
No, these
Did he miss
Chelsea
a
fans-
penalty in the final in
No,
2016?
he didn't.
So that should
No,
be
he
know-
didn't. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
he missed Champions League final.
UCL
Yeah, he missed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, final. Yeah.
No,
You
if
know
you think
Foden
about
has
it,
the same number of CL goals as Hazard.
I mean, he has more goals than Ronaldo. So.
I know. Hold on, no smoke. Do you know that Hazard was top 3 players in the world at a point, and he was the best player at the World Cup? Do you realize that as well? So
actually not true, by the way.
Bring the brain.
HH, I'm going to bring up.
Does he have the World Cup?
So Hazard was the third best player in the world in 2019, right? After he won the Europa League with Chelsea, a year after he had just finished in the semifinals of the World Cup, right? And he was pretty good in the World Cup. That was when he was top 3 in the world. Griezmann, a year earlier, had also just won the Europa League for Atletico and was their main guy doing it. And also, no, he was literally their main guy in that Europa League win. And second, he won the World Cup.
He factually was their main guy.
Wait, hold on. Didn't he score in the World Cup final?
He scored in the World Cup final.
I like that. No.
He scored 4 goals in the World Cup.
Hold up. Ricardo, was that a penalty that he scored?
Doesn't matter. He scored it.
Penalty counts.
He got it done.
Penalty counts.
Got it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. And he got it done.
Ricardo, we're not counting penalties.
I mean,
get out of here.
You're counting
It's
offside
it's
goals.
what Mandzukic goal. Nothing they had is probably
Hold up, Ricardo. Unless it's a Panenka, I don't count penalties.
No. Does Benzema's goal count last year in the finals? Are we counting that goal?
Which
I mean, it was offside.
In the final, it wasn't offside.
It wasn't offside.
It wasn't offside, but it was still offside, so it doesn't count.
So it counts. It counts, right, HH? It counts?
What?
The Benzema goal, it counts.
It depends.
No, does it count? Does it count?
What do you mean it
Ricardo,
depends?
no, because you're trying to.
I'm just saying. No, but I'm just saying, like, Griezmann was top 3 in the world in the same way that Hazard was top 3 in the world in 2019. Like, very similar paths to that path, and I think they were both very, very good players at that time. So Griezmann absolutely had a career. Just as soon as he made that video and he made that decision video that he was staying at Atletico, and then proceeded to go to Barcelona a year later. And then proceeded to not win a league title for them, and then go back to Atletico after they won the league. So he still doesn't have league. That's when we realized, okay, this guy's going down.
Also, are we really trying to say that at one point Griezmann was world class?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. No, calm on. He was. Now you just hate him. You just hate him.
That's he's always been a side chick.
No, but also, can I say one quick thing?
He was the main guy at Atletico, bro.
Hold up. When he was the main guy for France on French soil, what did he do in that Euro final?
You know who won man of the match?
I mean, Cristiano text.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Who won man of the match in the World Cup final?
Oh no! Don't tell me it was Griezmann.
Ricardo, can I respond?
Griezmann?
No.
Yo, let me say something quick.
Yes, shush. That World Cup final. What do people remember about World Cup final? Mbappe being the second teenager to score and Pogba's amazing goal. Pogba's amazing goal. Griezmann did. Griezmann has always been a side chick. He's always been a side chick.
Actually, I can explain that though.
World class.
I can explain that.
Bro,
listen to the goals. Listen to the goals. Yes, what the hell do you want to say?
I can explain that though. Apparently, in the French national team, guess who's best friends? Apparently, Griezmann, Pogba. Okay. I mean, do you think maybe Pogba slipped something underneath his bed? You know what I mean? Something, like I don't know. Like, I mean, he put Juju on Mbappe. Maybe he put Juju on Griezmann. I mean, Griezmann finished third in the Ballon d'Or list. So I mean,
regarding what Yasser is saying.
This guy's off a perk.
Bro, I'm just saying, look, guys. I don't know. They're best friends. Hanging out together.
You need an intervention.
He could have slipped him something.
Are you on any medication?
Yeah, do we need to hold
on? No. Somebody put a perk in his coffee machine beside him.
Hey, yo, relax. I have coffee right here.
Regarding what Yasser is saying, right?
Yeah.
Right. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you hear similar rumors of what Pogba is going through regarding Lukaku and the Took. Like, Lukaku visited someone in his family. Right.
You know what? This is very scary, and I'm going to move on. This is very scary. Daddy issues.
Which one?
Bayern won the Champions League versus Valencia. Yes, what the hell? Okay, Bayern won the CL versus Valencia Chocomont. PSG. Okay,
maybe the guys
please stay alive. Bayern won the Champions League versus Valencia Chocomont. PSG Gok #desperate. That it was half health, man. Why does Simeone enjoy terrorism? Is he sick? It's in his nature,
No,
bro.
no. Respect Simeone, man. He does.
Shout out to his son. Shout out to his son. He scored.
Yeah, he
today.
scored.
It told you save CR37 all summer. Boli agreed. Guys, yeah, Boli wanted CR37, man.
100%.
Tuchel said no. Tuchel said no.
Marketing, man.
So
he wanted to extradite him, man. It didn't work out.
I wish.
Tuchel did two quality things: win the Champions League and stop Cristiano from coming to the bridge. So for that,
and guess what? And he's sacked. He doesn't have a job now. He's jobless now,
guys.
Yeah, and there's always January.
I don't know what January is.
No, but it's kind of like he's kind of like a sacrificial lamb, just like
Smoke.
You know?
Smoke. Do you rate Rich?
Richie Rich.
Do you rate Richarlison? Do you rate him? No, Smoke. Even better. Does he deserve to have Brazilian citizenship as a striker?
Oh my Lord. The thing is, Richarlison has the shithousery of a South American player, right? That I give him, right? He's a nuisance, right? Richarlison is a type of guy you want on your team, right? Forget footballing wise, right? Just know that he's a type of guy whereby, you know, where a defender will get carded. Especially, imagine Richarlison against a Pepe. Right. The oppositions that go down to 10 men, right? The thing is, I think with him is just his inconsistency, but he's one of those on his day players, well, whereby.
What on his day?
So can we have a list of all the on his day players?
Pogba's on the top.
Stop.
Guys,
look over.
I love the guy.
On his day, the Us is dead.
Hazard when he,
Hazard was on his day against Celtic.
He was.
Hazard
is also there. Shut up.
You support all of them. All the items chants are on the day.
Yes, a guy like
Smoke. Please, Smoke.
If you rank higher the items, you on the list.
Yes, shut up. Smoke, talk to me.
As I'm saying, it's like he flatters to deceive, though. Because every now and again you'll have bright sparks, but then there's parts of the game whereby he'll fade. But then he'll score some goals to make him seem as if he's playing well. But he's a nuisance. He's one of those players I'm saying you want to have on your team. But throughout a season, no. Just in some games. That's all I'll say. So should he be? His shithousery is Brazilian. That I'll give to him, right? But his actual talent,
I think. So is anybody taking Spurs? Okay, no. Do Tottenham make it through the group?
Yes.
Hold up, Solomon. You say yes. Do you know of Conte's record in the UCL and how crap it is in the UCL?
I agree. I mean, but to be fair to Conte, he did have Lukaku on his Inter team, and like if it weren't for Lukaku's if it wasn't for Lukaku's big head, they would have made it through. Like, come on, like Alexis Sanchez, he would have scored the header, bro. Let's be honest. Like,
I remember that game, bro. He literally blocked his own teammate from scoring, bro. Like that was sad.
Wait,
Solomon, you're talking about a guy who was responsible for knocking Brazil and Neymar out of the World Cup. So Solomon,
wasn't that De Bruyne, bro? Wasn't that De Bruyne, man?
Like, I think Lukaku was voted man of the match in that game against Brazil. So
I thought you said
Who was he playing against?
Carry on though.
He was playing against the DM in 7-1.
Carry on.
So who's in Tottenham's group? Is it Eintracht Frankfurt, Marseille, and Sporting?
Some irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, wait, what's up? What's going on?
He's preparing for tomorrow. Dybala is preparing for tomorrow.
I mean, I'll be honest, bro.
MTV Cribs, bro.
I love watching Sporting because they have Trincao on their team, and he's an enjoyable player to watch. So, I think it's gonna be Tottenham and Sporting that get out of that group.
Listen, what do you say, MTV Cribs?
Bro, they were showing us cribs, bro.
Rob, talk about your club. Talk about your club, man. Also, Rob, why did you tag me with Richarlison crying?
Well, it is not the video, but it is what it said. That Spurs signed a player that Chelsea also wanted. So Richarlison rejected Chelsea in the summer.
Rob, can I just say one thing here? Rob, why do you keep on sending tweets about Chelsea L's and how many L's Chelsea take and so forth. Rob, do you know that I have feelings as well, and I am human just like you. Rob, why do you keep doing this to me on Twitter?
I don't. I only did it today with Richarlison, but so far Richarlison has been Spurs' best player this season, and he has been playing very well.
Wait.
Rob, hold on. No, Rob, I have racism. Hold up, Rob, you are lying. Rob, every other day, I get it saying Robert De Jong, and it's something about how Chelsea have taken an L, and something to clown Chelsea. Rob, why do you keep doing this to me, knowing that it hurts my feelings? Why?
No, I don't. But those are your words. I don't do that. But
okay, talk about Richarlison.
With Richarlison, he has been playing very well. He scored 2 goals today, and he has been Spurs' best player so far this season. He came off the bench a few times, and he's been really good. Today, he started. He was amazing. And the last game, he started as well against Fulham, and he was very good and very unlucky not to score. So Richarlison has been great. Langley has been pretty good so far. All the signings have been very good so far. So, and I think Spurs should make it out of the group. And all of the signings has been very good so far this season. Richarlison, Langley, Basuma, and
what about Rob? How did the English treat Frank play?
Today he didn't play that well, but no one played well today because Spurs had a very poor game. So far, the player that you like the most has no goals so far this season with Son. And he has been terrible. He was almost non-existent.
He drinks
today,
Son,
so.
bro. Oh man!
Like,
Ever since he said Son,
Hold on, no, Rob. All because you talk in a particular tone doesn't mean that you can't still be disrespectful. Rob, I see. So, Rob, you don't fool anybody. You are disrespectful, and you keep on trying to. You keep on clowning me on every stream, and you think that it goes away because you have this kind of a manner about you. Rob, I want you to know that I see you. I see you, Rob. I see you.
No,
What
I'm
should you
just
say about
saying,
that?
no one played well today except Richarlison, and Son has been poor so far this entire season. So he has to step up his game. And Kane didn't play well today, but he played well in the other games, or reasonably well in the other games, and he still got his goals, which he has 5 in the league, I believe. And Son has to step up his game, and he has to start scoring goals.
Son is ass.
How about Kane?
Son is an honest day player, man.
No, he got 23 goals last season, so it wasn't really on his day.
Tottenham were lucky they got a red card because Marseille were playing better than them in the first half.
Yes, the red card changed everything, and then Spurs went more attacking, and they scored 2 goals and won the game.
Rob, who scored in both legs against Man City in the 2019 UCL?
Well, that was ancient times, man.
I asked Rob the question. Are you Rob? Rob, who scored? Rob. As people are saying Wob. People are not calling you Wob now. So Wob, who scored in both legs against Man City in the 2019 UCL? Who?
Son.
So why are you trying to disrespect him? Son was instrumental in taking you to your very first UCL final, where that English street trunk came and dropped a disaster class.
To be fair, it was actually Lucas.
Yeah, it was Lucas Moura.
Yeah, Lucas Moura was insane.
What happened against Man City? I said against Man City. What happened against Man City?
Lorente scored with his hip.
With his hand, that was a handball.
But okay, guys, why are we disrespecting Son? Son, he's just going through a bad patch.
Hello Kitty.
No,
Son is still that good, though.
I'm not disrespecting him.
On his
he has to step up his game.
Notice how the 2 top goal scorers last year are both playing terrible this year.
Yeah, Salah gets disrespect. We need to put some more the heat that Salah is getting. I'm not in the same tone for Son.
Can I respond? No. Kenny, don't do that.
Small merchant.
No, hold up. Rob, last I checked, does Son earn as much as Salah? Last I checked, is Son seen as one of the best players in the world and so forth? Last I checked, was Son in the final 3? I am putting that heat on Salah who is responsible for getting out my dark-skinned West African brother out of Liverpool.
Oh my lord!
So somebody said
Rob,
Squid
my
Game
thing, no,
tags,
Rob,
so-
my thing is Rob. Rob, don't you dare disrespect Son.
No, I'm not.
Rob, I see you. You are appreciating Son after
No,
everything
I'm
he's done
not.
for you. Rob,
Like-
how dare you? Rob, how dare you disrespect Son? How dare you? The
No,
audacity.
When you look at Son last season, he played poorly for a lot of games, but he still kept scoring. And this season, he's playing poorly and he's not scoring. Last season, he was poor and scored. And this
so
season,
Rob-
he's poor and doesn't score.
Okay, Rob, do you want to sell him? Do you want to sell Son?
No.
You got the
Well,
you got the
no. He's so crap and so forth. Sell him.
No,
Sell him to Chelsea.
He's not crap. He's not that crap. Like, he will eventually get his form back. Conte is just playing him back into form. He's in terrible form right now and not scoring, but he might pick it up again later on in the
Wait,
season.
Rob, can you remind me when Chelsea and Tottenham played? I heard that in the subways of Chelsea they were making racial slurs towards Son.
Rob,
Is
Rob,
these
you don't
rumors
have to
true?
answer. Rob, you don't have to answer that. Rob, Ray Ricardo is a moron. You don't have to answer that. So Rob, keep. The heck is that? So Rob, keeping this mainly on Tottenham, do you feel that you will make it out of this group?
Yes, because it's more like a Europa League group because the other teams aren't that great. Like Frankfurt, I believe they lost 4-0 today against Sporting, and they're the Europa League winners. So I expect Spurs to make it out of the group. And they brought off a lot of players to rotate and rest today because of a really big game this weekend. But I expect them to get out of the group.
So last thing, Rob, before I take it up. So Rob, it's tradition on the football hanger that if somebody is popular or so forth, they replace the first letter of the name with a W. Now, I don't think like King is famous, but for some reason people now call him Wink. So Rob, are you happy if we officially call you Wob? Because people are calling you Wob in the live chat. Would you want your name to be called Wob officially on these streams?
I don't, no, not really, or I don't mind.
What a humble guy, just like
Yeah,
Son.
he's being humble, bro. That's my goal, man.
It's because he looks up to Son, man.
Why is Rob so popular? What makes him so special?
Because he
That's my
clowns on you and Chelsea. That's why. That's what we love, man.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
speaks facts.
Yo,
He
he
speaks
clowns
facts.
He doesn't speak facts. He doesn't speak
That
facts.
is true.
No,
I
no,
mean,
he tells
did.
the truth.
Yo,
No, he
to be
doesn't.
fair,
No,
man,
he doesn't. No,
Isn't
he
he
doesn't.
famous for Lukaku's 7 touches? Like he had it on.
he
his,
clowns on you in such a way that if you don't pay attention to what he's saying, you think he's being respectful.
He's not. He's being very because of the way he talks. You think he's being respectful, but he's actually a very disrespectful person. Hence why I don't think he should be called Wob. So
Wob.
you clowns in the live chat, man. This Rob, I don't know about
No, respect the live chat, bro. They know.
No. But before I take, but Rob,
Nah,
do
they
you realize
clown,
that you are actually one of the most popular people on these streams? Do you realize that?
No, not really, because I don't pay attention to that.
He's too humble, man. He's too humble. He's too humble.
Yeah, man. He's content, bro. He's
Yeah,
the
he's
best
so
kind
humble.
of
Kind of person that
Humble,
just
basically he's like the perfect guy, man. I'm so humble. I
He
don't
is.
think
He's like Son. He's like Son, man. I'm telling you.
There's
He's a man
nothing
of the
humble
people.
about stating facts, I would say. Like when Son hasn't scored yet, that's a fact.
All right, but easy on Son, man. Easy on
He's a small merchant, man. I can tell Rob is a small merchant.
You know what? I think this stream was going to Portuguese Talents FC Sporting Lisbon beating Europa League champions Frankfurt. Marseille losing to the UCL flop Conte with the industrial losers Spurs. Hashtag top 5 league. I mean, what are we saying?
Yeah, bro. You
What are
know
we saying?
Trinkhouse balling at Sporting, HH. So you have to watch out for that group, man.
Trinky, don't
What are
forget
we,
about
are we
Trinky.
saying that Portuguese talents needs to be given a lot more?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's a quality.
I mean, if you think about it, the Portuguese, like the country of Portugal, produced the best and greatest player of all time. So yeah, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about Vigo? Yeah, I
anyways,
agree.
No, we're not talking about Figo, okay?
Yeah, we are.
He played for Real Madrid, Man United, or Sporting.
I mean,
okay?
Vigo also
Okay,
plays.
okay,
for
no. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. How does it feel to view this UCL doing that? Your Bombers club ain't part of it, but will be part of the Europa. How does it feel?
You know, it makes me proud.
Oh, that was dirty. That was
Yeah, this
Oh
shit
my
is
god,
bad.
I can't believe that.